Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dungeon of the Mad Mage, level 19, Caverns of Ooze, presented by the lovely and wonderful people at Variant Roles. I am your GM, unfortunately, not Eugenio Vargas.
Oh, stop.
This is my first time running on this channel, and I'm super excited. You can catch me on Twitter at AxolotlCure, and you can find this stream as a whole at Variant Roles, which I feel like is to some extent pretty self-explanatory at this point. But just in case, let me pass it off to my wonderful players now by rolling a d4 and finding out who's gonna go introduce themselves next.
There.
All right, that's you, Bria.
I regret so many things.
Ah.
Hi guys. I'm Bria. You can find me on Twitter at Artemis Void if you're so inclined. Do you want me to go into character right now, or
Whatever works for you.
I will be playing a Tempest Cleric / Storm Sorcerer. Hooray for that. Why did you have to make me go first?
I rolled the dice. They told me what to do.
Okay.
All right, let's pass it off then to Zach.
Hi, I'm Zach. You can find me on Twitter at Sir Gorals. Also here, obviously, for the next couple of weeks playing this. I will be playing Atrian Highsaber, a paladin of Torm, who is well-meaning and kind of a moron.
That's fair. Let's go with Kate next.
Hi, I'm Kate. You can find me on Twitter and everywhere important at Very Pale Ale. I am also a full-time member of the team on Open for Adventure. And this is my first time on Variant Roles, so I hear screwed up too terribly badly.
Mhm.
I'll be playing Rinwin, the dwarf monk, and she's just trying her best, you guys.
We all are tonight. And Eugenio, why don't you round us out?
Hi, everybody. I'm Eugenio Vargas, also known as your friendly neighborhood dungeon master DM Jazzy Hands, but not tonight. I'm super excited to get to play in Alex's first game here on Variant Roles. You can find me on Twitter at DM Jazzy Hands. You can find my podcast, The Last Refuge, at DND Last Refuge. And tonight, I will be playing Sanafia Silveranth, the half-drow Hexblade Warlock.
Wonderful.
I also real quick want to mention before we get anywhere that we are partnering tonight, and I'll tell everybody a little bit more about this at the end of the stream, but we are partnering tonight with an organization called A Seat at the Table. A Seat at the Table is an online magazine striving to amplify the voices of women, LGBTQ+, people of color, and disabled gamers in the tabletop industry. A Seat at the Table is an online magazine that amplifies the voices of marginalized creators in the tabletop industry. I'll give you more information about how to find them at the end of the stream, but we're super excited to be partnering with them this month.
We are. I did not know that was a thing, but
Yeah.
I'm very glad that is.
Yes.
That's super fucking neat. I love
It's super fucking neat. I'm also on the creative council for Variant Roles. That's why I know that.
it. Yeah, that explains it. Alrighty, let me get my thing out and we'll get started. So just a quick question before we go. Do your characters know each other or not?
I would assume a little bit.
Yeah,
I
think
mean,
so.
there's only so much solidarity you gather going through a however many level dungeon.
Right, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think we probably we are not meeting as we enter level 19, the Caverns of Ooze, I think.
God, I would hope
Yeah.
not. That would be an awful.
I don't know that we've
I'm
been
going
together.
now to a tavern full of oozes. Would you like to come?
Right, exactly.
Right, yeah.
Somehow,
Right. But I don't know that there's a, like Bria said, I don't know that there's a ton of group loyalty, just like
Gotcha.
loyalty of convenience.
Sure.
That could be.
Mhm.
Well, that does work because
Oh boy.
Oh God.
Say it.
let's get. Well, we're not rolling for initiative
Oh.
right now. Calm down, Jesus! Holy shit! No, but you arrive in the caverns of Ooze with a great big zoom, as wherever you were before this suddenly vanishes out of your vision, and you are suspended about 20 to 30 feet above just this solid black stone floor with similarly uncarved stone all around you. There are big stalagmites with the ends of those stick up. Right? I know my words.
Stalagmites go from the floor.
All right, yeah, big stalagmites. Some of them are up to like 50, 60 feet tall. There are stalactites also, not quite as large, but still definitely larger than maybe anything you've seen, although you all seem to be reasonably competent adventurers by this point. And you're just floating in the middle of this cavern with a small little mud mephit staring up at you. He's got this sort of like oval shape that's kind of oblong in like this direction. Kind of like this weird expression on his face, halfway between a frown, but you can't really tell if it's a frown because all of the mud is just kind of drooping. It's very damp in here. And the fact that this is a mud mephit, the whole thing just seems a bit structurally unsound. He's just staring at you like, which lasts for probably about 15, 20 seconds before zoom, and you all just fall and hit the ground. It doesn't do damage, but it's not a pleasant way to arrive to wherever this is, that's for sure. It just looks at you like, oh, good, you're here.
And where is here?
You have heard of Waterdeep, yes?
This doesn't look like Waterdeep.
You're very perceptive. This is underneath it by about a long way. You were brought here to kill something, as I am aware.
Oh, I'm so happy that you are aware. Could you enlighten us, please?
Oh, that's the thing. You see, I did not really bring you here. It's the masters, the fathers. They made me, and they wanted you to be here. They're subcontracting, really.
It's not the strangest job I've ever taken.
That's true.
Oh, you think this is a job? That's a very positive way to consider this.
You said subcontracting. We will be paid when we are finished killing whatever this is, no?
Sure, let's go with that.
I don't even think I need to roll an insight check to think that you are lying. But okay.
You got to understand, this is all a bit beyond me. I was made here not very long ago, actually, all things considered.
You're a child?
That's certainly one way of putting it.
I don't know how elemental years. Is it like dog years?
I think you're getting a bit ahead of yourself calling these years.
Oh.
Dial it back a few orders of magnitude.
Dog weeks.
Getting there.
Oh,
But that's
good.
not the point. Not at all the point.
Yell squints very, very hard. And then in Primordial just says, this makes no sense.
Oh, I assure you, it absolutely does not. But anyway, there's someone who lives downstairs. I would say he's basement tenant, but honestly, I think we're the attic tenants to him, if it's all the same. But there's something here that he is quite afraid of. And so he brought the fathers here to kill it. And they're quite afraid of it too. So, they brought you here.
Yeah.
And hopefully, either you're not afraid of it, or if you are, you can bring some more people. It's quite a party down here, really.
Well, let's be done with it then. Show us to it. I'm not afraid, and even if I was, it doesn't seem to matter too much right now. We're here, let's get it done.
I can't be afraid.
Well, I really hope you carry that enthusiasm with you. But here's the thing. Another reason that you're here is that You see, the fathers can't really get to the thing. We're not actually entirely sure what the thing is, all things considered, but I can bring you to the fathers, and I think they know how to get into the place with the thing, and you could kill it, I imagine, if you're good enough at that sort of thing.
Suppose that is where we must go then.
I can almost hear your eyes rolling.
You could probably see them rolling just now, too.
I mean, yes, I can do that too, but
Well, Adrian will look at the other three. I guess let's go.
If we're gonna do it, we might as well do it now.
I was sort of in when he said the word kill.
Wonderful. Well, one final thing. The fathers kind of have it out with each other right now. They're living separately at the moment. So I could take you right now to either one of them, really. There's a wet one and there's a dry one. Which one do you want to talk to?
Oh gods, please, the dry one.
Dry
Please,
one.
Oh, right.
the dry
That's
one.
they're trying mud. Ooh.
Please.
Yeah, well, then let's go. And so without really waiting to see any of you get up, although to be honest, you could have entirely gotten up during that discussion. I imagine that would have been a much more dignified way to speak to this turtle-looking mud method. mud method.
The way you described his head made me think of Eugene from Hey Arnold, which is
Oh yes.
Amazing.
Honestly, yeah, that is entirely fair.
perfect. It's what I've been visualizing this whole time.
Yes.
But like
No.
Eugene covered in mud.
Yes. Yes, that's exactly it.
Perfect.
The mud method now looks like little Eugene with wings.
Perfect.
So yeah, the mud method starts going off in a direction, which direction that actually is, who knows? You're deep underground and you've been here for probably about like 3-4 minutes maybe. But still, mud method goes off and I assume you guys follow.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, fuck this adventure. I leave.
Fuck off.
No, yeah.
No, Zan is definitely going to turn invisible though while she follows this one.
Sure.
Don't worry, I'm still with you all.
Oh,
Okay.
don't worry.
I won't worry.
Okay, so anyone else going to do anything unusual? Or not unusual, I guess. Anyone else wanna-
Excuse me, I do this quite regularly.
Anyone else want to stealth or do anything to?
Me stealthing is comedic. So
Right, yeah, that's fair.
I don't think I have anything else to do besides follow Eugene the mud method.
Eugene. Vio, Ruin, anything?
Not really.
All right. So as you're walking, Eugene is kind of just he's Eugene now.
I know, I love it.
All right. As we're going, Eugene is just kind of giving you the tour. He's like, "Oh yes, you see that stalagmite." As you're going, though, in particular, he stops to point out this long, wide, and unusually deep, just sort of like stream of this black goop that seems to be coming from some other part of the cavern that I don't think anybody has the dark vision to see. Yours is 120 feet. Yeah, then you would see way off in the distance, there's kind of this like orb that's just dripping gunk. And it's this black ichor, and it's just flowing downstream in the cavern. And see, this is an aspect of what you need to deal with. Ooze comes from the thing, and the thing is locked away.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it's it is kind of like me. I'm Bud, that's Ooze, in the same neighborhood, but I assure you, even for me, it is quite distasteful.
Like it's just gross or it's actively harmful?
You could stick your hand in and find out.
I stick my hand in and
Oh no.
It's quite far away. Perhaps we will take time to explore it later, Viel.
Do you actually want to stick your hand in there?
Far be it from me to stop you, but 2 hands probably will make it easier to kill whatever this thing is.
It's a point.
But what's a bit of interest and fun before we get started. So, live your life.
I can heal you. I cannot regrow limbs.
I probably can.
You probably can. You have regeneration.
I do it.
You touch it. All right. So you
My
go up.
intelligence is negative. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So you it's probably the actual edge of this stream is probably only like 10 feet up. You walk up to it. The ground is, you can see that the ooze is to some extent affecting the ground. It does seem significantly more centered along the path of this stream. And as you go over to it, you actually see rising from the ooze these shapes. Like one of them, the one in the very front, there's 4 of them in a line. The one in the very front is a perfect sphere. The second one behind that is a triangle pyramid, and there's a cube. And then there is a sort of hexagonal shape. I want to say that's like a D12 off the top of my head, but I'm not sure. Don't criticize my geometry. But you see these like these perfectly dimensioned ooze things just kind of rise up from the ooze, and they grow little legs, and they just start walking along the surface like,
oh,
just walking, just going. And eventually, but as they're walking, it's like that thing where you like walk behind a couch and you kind of like crouch a little as you go. It looks like yeah, so they're doing one of those back down into use. So it's just a sort of like. After that display, you walk up, run your hand through the ooze. Predictably, it is gross. It's a little gritty, which is mildly unsettling, at least in my opinion. It's warm, also unsettling, but it doesn't harm you. It's just sticky, warm, kind of gritty, really gross. But
Viel, what does it? Viel, what is your name?
Yeah.
Viel, what does it feel like? You haven't died yet, so it can't be that bad.
Feels like I probably should have used the spear.
Live and learn, my friend.
Well, I honestly didn't know what it would do to people. Live and learn, I suppose. Well, let's go. So Eugene brings you along a little way more, and can I actually no, you roll something real fast.
Oh, good.
That's what every player
Don't
loves to
forget,
hear.
DM, you let me have the quarterstaff of warning, so we can't be surprised.
You cannot be surprised. That is true.
That doesn't seem to concern them very much, does it?
Not going to be a surprise.
It doesn't,
Please.
but hopefully, reminder.
Your journey, though, that said, is pretty uneventful. It's a lot more walking, a lot more pointing out of ooze. There are a couple of unusual like craters in like the stone, where Eugene just points out like that's I see someone actually brought the bad thing here. And by someone I mean a large group of someones, and they're kind of fighting each other right now, so you might see a few more of these. And just watch it back.
What created these craters?
That's a interesting question. It's a weapon. It explodes. So there's 2 things. But as far as what kind of weapon? Fuck if I know.
I begin to think that they brought us in because they simply didn't know anything.
Hey, your guess is as good as
Maybe.
mine.
That's very comforting, Eugene.
I enjoy how he's just not correcting us. Yes, this is my life now.
Yeah, we do what we can.
Hmm.
And so, fortunately, though, as you keep heading on in the direction that Eugene is leading you, the cavern itself does actually begin to light up. So this sort of like black, dark gray, nondescript sort of like general shitty ass looking rock does actually not quickly, but it does eventually give way to some more interesting features in that you're starting to see little bits of gems and, things are just catching whatever little bit of light because there's no light down here. All of the creatures, you get the sense, probably rely on some form of dark vision or some form of blind sight, tremor sense, some sort of extrasensory type method of navigating because there's like no fucking light here. This is not a very lived in area.
I'm probably like hand on the shoulder of someone like,
right, yeah.
I'm the human and I cannot see.
Sounds like a personal problem.
How did you make it this
It's
far
gonna be
down
a
here?
you problem. We got teleported, remember?
Oh, right. It must be so awful to be human.
I would have thought.
Usually fine. This is an unfortunate exception.
I would have thought that the fathers would have picked better than a human, but
I cast light on my spear.
I didn't pick that. Oh, thank Torm.
God, that's awful.
But yeah, it comes at and it's a bitch for a good minute and a half or so where just you were in almost real total darkness. And now suddenly there's this big ass 30-foot light. It's quite something on the eyes.
I hate it.
Give a warning next time so we
Thank
can, close our eyes. Oh, God.
This is so much better.
Can somebody roll me a perception check though?
Certainly.
You want us all to or just one?
One with advantage or two of you.
Okay, well, not me, because I have shitty perception.
I'll do it.
All right.
I'll do it.
Actually, I will also say, Rinwin, that your staff starts to glow. It's not like, oh shit, definitely danger, but it's doing something. It's waking up.
Well, thanks for the advantage. I got a 27.
All right. Then
It's
you
a beautiful thing.
You hear footsteps, and they're really unusual. I mean, you've heard fucking Atrian, clod hopping around in his goddamn plate armor boots.
Right.
Clank, clank, clank,
Yeah.
clank.
Clanking masses over here. This
What
is
stealth?
similar but different. There's definitely a metallic sort of clank to these boots, but it's also unlike anything you've ever heard before. And then you hear, hey, what was that? I don't know. Go check it out. And you hear this sort of mechanized breathing. It's very unsettling, and you definitely hear people coming from behind you, probably about like a 45-degree angle from behind you in an angle.
Friends, I think we're going to have company very, very, very soon.
Good or bad?
Not usually. Mr. Stick here.
Stick.
He's saying bad, so just, don't want to jump to conclusions, but...
Eugene, who is this?
No, that might be the people who brought the bad thing.
The ones with the big weapon?
No, this might be the loser people who brought the big thing, because they're fighting each other, No one really likes each other.
There's two people who brought the big thing.
Oh, it's more along the lines of like 20.
So safe to say, not friends.
We should press on quickly, no?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, so you're just going to try and walk on out of there.
Your walk is perhaps slower than I intended, but yes.
So you're gonna run.
Might as well.
A brisk jog.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
All right. So your spirited walk.
Hips
I'll go
going.
scout a little bit ahead. I have my speed's 50 feet.
Yeah, sure.
For
I'll
power
go a
walking.
little ahead and make sure we're not gonna get like cut off anywhere.
Yeah, so Rinwin's like doing the New York walk, and she's turning around every couple of seconds, like fucking Southerners, not walking fast enough.
Oh, so you're living my life. Cool.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but you guys do eventually just keep going, and the light on staff is illuminating all of those little flecks and little gems in the wall. Even more as you're going, because they're just keeping increasing in frequency. And as you start walking, the ground, which was more or less before then like a solid slab of whatever the fuck Stone Undermountain is made of. I'm not a geologist or some shit. So there's a grit that's pouring over it, and it's not quite the same goopy shit as was in the river. It's actually like a sand. You begin to start walking over this just fine layer of sand, and eventually you come to this big, huge archway that is, again, mostly stone, but this is like also a solid 30 to 35% just gems, just kind of really coming in on all levels of this archway. And one of the fathers lives in there. His name is Jaruk.
Is that the dry one or the wet one?
That is most certainly the dry one.
We should go there.
Yes. Quick thing to note. Don't try and harm the fathers. They'll probably kill you.
If they, but that I thought that if they could kill us, then why can't they kill the thing that we need to go kill?
They're afraid, remember?
Yes, but that does not bode well for us.
They have solid self-preservation instincts.
Yes, well, so do I, Eugene.
Well, that's a good name. I like that.
Is that Elvish?
No, I called you what they called you. I said the same thing.
Oh,
You called me?
Eugene?
Yes, that's what I said, Eugene.
Oh. Yep. Of course you did.
Humans.
Why are we saying the same name over and over again?
I don't know, but are those people still chasing us? Do we need to go inside? What's happening?
Clank.
Yeah, we should go inside.
Yeah. Let's go see your dry father.
So as you begin to pass into the glittering caves of Jaruk the Prismatic, Eugenio,
I'm coming. Wait, hold on.
can you roll
Jaruk.
the music?
Yes, I can.
Oh, fuck my life.
I'm so
You're gonna hear me
excited.
Sing, motherfuckers.
I'm
All right.
so excited.
Let's go. Welcome to my cavern. I'm the master of this
You
hole.
guys might not be able to hear it because I'm playing it over other players. But the stream can hear it.
Here, all right, well, let me, I have a sheet. Let me know when it ends.
On the soil
I don't want to hear it.
your graves, who I am, the diamond in these caves.
This is so good.
I leave no stone unturned.
I'm so sorry the rest of you can't hear it. I'll play it for you later.
Yeah, we'll
Oh,
put it
I unmuted the tab.
Is who I am, a god in bas relief. Gold runs through my veins,
The light
it seeps
bulb.
through all my pores. Luke is who I am. The pleasure is all yours.
Yes. Yes, guitar solo.
Fuck yeah.
going.
He's got a shred.
Oh, and then it stops rather abruptly. Yes, we're done now.
Yeah.
Yay! It was so good.
Thank you.
That made me so happy.
It was recorded on a cell phone, so
It was so great. I'm
The-
so happy.
like I said, the
It's a great quality for cell phone too.
the endings are going to be a little.
That is
Little
no. I'm
abrupt.
so happy.
All right. So as you walk in, you hear this song, and there are these sort of stones. You ever hear of like there's moving stones in the desert that like move when no one's looking? It's one of those. So there are just a bunch of rocks. They're just tracing these shapes along the ground, and out of the center of this sort of. So the ground ahead of you is like these sand dunes that kind of came up out of the fucking nowhere. And then the wall that is facing you is carved out and inward, sort of like a concave shape, and it's just like the interior half of the geode. And in there is a throne, and on there sits a creature that you people are decent enough level adventurers. You recognize this as a Dao, a type of elemental genie.
Oh my.
And you have these for the sake of this, we will say that the Dao is singing this song about himself, and there are little whirlwinds in the sand, and just everything is sort of moving and creating this really dramatic performance for this Dao, Jaruk. And you see these 6 boulders just kind of plant themselves evenly spaced around you in sort of like a circle, as the Dao Jaruk sits on his throne, and 2 Medusas with veiled faces,
Oh boy.
covered in all black, stand on either side of the throne, and Jaruk just sits there. Huh. I can't believe that worked.
What, the song or
Or the rock.
us?
Oh no, I've
Right.
been practicing the song for a long time. I knew that would work. I didn't think we'd actually get people.
Surprise.
This is new.
Hi.
Well, you
Yeah.
did.
We hear you need us to kill the thing.
You see, that's a bit of a problem. I don't actually know that. The other one, Iktiglug, he's the one who knows how to actually get in. I know about another creature that. Let me go back to the beginning. Downstairs, about 4 levels downstairs, if you're really curious, there's a man named Hallister Blackcloak, thinks very highly of himself, and he does not like something that lives here, and he has strong self-preservation instincts. So he brought me to kill it. And I brought a creature to kill it because I too have strong self-preservation instincts. And that creature died. So Hallister sent another genie and created the mob effort, and then we brought you. Now you see, Hallister, to some extent, I suspect, knew that we would, we being the genies, not really take kindly to actually killing things. It's distasteful and puts us in harm's way. So he just set us up in these here caverns. Quite nice and impermeable to anybody we don't want in here. So fortunately, I have the opportunity to wait here as long as I want. You, however, do not. So, I can tell you about the last creature that fought that thing.
Please.
And to my knowledge, he's still alive somewhere. Didn't really get into the sealed cavern.
I thought you said she died.
BL is just standing there counting on their fingers, trying to figure out how many attempts this is taking.
Yeah.
This is here the 3rd try. The first one died.
Yes, what was that? What was the first creature that died?
That was a dragon.
Excuse me?
It's fine. I've killed a dragon before.
I mean, it wasn't fully grown. You'll be fine.
What?
All right.
What kind of dragon?
There's a red one. Again, not fully grown.
Vicious, but not terribly smart, so that's in our favor.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm sure that between the four of you, you might be as smart. Maybe, hopefully. But
Mhm.
um, the second one, that was when I started to learn not to leave the cavern. I just summoned a creature. To my knowledge, it's out there somewhere.
And what creature is this that we now also have to keep our eyes open for?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that one most likely won't attack you. Also, I'm not entirely sure what it was. I just kind of wished for something extremely powerful, more powerful than the last thing.
Oh, good lord.
Maybe it's nice.
I wished for it far away from me. What do you think I am, stupid?
I'm going to refrain from answering that great
No.
Tao of the caverns.
It's Jaruk the Prismatic, if you prefer.
Yes, of course. Jaruk the Prismatic. Excellent. So, we are the third attempt. Obviously, we will succeed, and then you will pay us handsomely and release us back to where we came from, yes?
Oh yeah.
Well, see, we are not actually getting paid. We are trapped here, we being the two genies. So if you would like to take your labor disputes up with Hallis the Black Cloak downstairs, you're more than welcome to do that.
But you are a genie, are you not? There are things beyond reaches that you can offer us in exchange for, well, to be quite frank with it, us doing your job, no?
I mean, if we win, then you go free. And normally, not always, but normally, that comes with some sort of thank you and some sort of physical somehow, maybe.
Let's see, here's the problem. I don't entirely know if this Hallister is as generous as you believe him to be. So,
Well, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you.
yeah, but why would I leave you? I don't want to be stuck here. If I'm gonna suffer, you are too. Israel loves company.
No. Did we have? I don't. Did we have a different conversation? I thought. Oh, never mind. I thought.
If
Do we
anyone
get-
suffers, I tend to just end it.
Fine. I'll tell you what. One wish.
Ah,
That's it.
there it is. One wish each, of course, yes?
No, one between the four of you.
Hmm.
You get one wish. I don't have limitless power. I have to wait for this shit to recharge.
Thank you.
What do we think? Is that enough for us? It seems rather paltry considering what we're doing for him.
Well, there's a
We
whole
don't
nother
have-
genie, so
There is. We don't have much choice, though, do we? Is there some way, unless we find a way out on our own?
I suppose not.
well, that's the thing. Either they give us things to help them so they can be free, or we spend all of our time instead trying to leave instead of helping them. But we got a wish from this genie. Thank you very much. That was very nice of you. And there's a whole other genie for us to ask the same question.
All right, I suppose we'll make do.
And this other genie knows more about the thing you were brought here to kill, correct?
Yeah, he's a bit more adventurous than I am. And he doesn't actually know what the thing is or very much about it. He knows how you can get to it.
Do you know anything else that would help us succeed?
Well, I'm reasonably confident it has to do with the river of goop out there. And evidently it eats dragons for breakfast. Something like that.
Excellent.
Because we have it, fun fact, actually found the dragon.
Its remains, I suppose.
Yeah, kind of gone.
Lovely.
So how do you know it ate it?
Where else is it gonna go? I'm not running around collecting dragon bones.
Why not?
They're very useful.
Not to me. I cast 9th level spells.
Oh, excuse me.
What do I need them for?
To defeat whatever's in the bottom of the thingy, I guess.
Accoutrement, did I say that right? Looks to Zan as if she would know.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Barricade your entrance since apparently you don't plan on leaving.
All
Got
right. Well, I think we have gotten what we're going to get from Jaruk, the prismatic. Do we have to go see the wet one, as Eugen calls him, to figure out how to get into this creature's lair?
Yeah, please do call him the wet one. I'm sure he will love that. But most likely, unless you just like to explore.
Eugene did call you the dry one.
It's better than the wet one.
You're not wrong.
Correct.
It could have been the moist one, I suppose.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
No.
Oh, now I regret not saying that.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry? Question mark?
I think we should
Yeah,
go
it's all
see the wet one. So we can get something from him too.
Ich tick hug.
If we're gonna do this thing that apparently these people don't want to do, then we should get something for it.
Well, we've got one wish. Let's see what the wet one offers us.
I
Yeah,
agree.
honestly, I can tell you, as someone who has used this spell before, if you're clever enough, whatever you want to do in 4 wishes, you can probably do in 1. I'm just saying. Just putting that out there, and you
Can we
marinate
use
on that.
conjunctions in the wish?
I mean, so mechanically, yes, you can. Problem is, you really need to stick to 1 sentence.
Well, yes, but
you
semicolons and conjunction with the right use of semicolons and conjunctions, you can put whatever you want into 1 sentence.
Oh,
Or just no punctuation at all.
now see, here's the problem: when you get into run-on sentences, it's a bit of a problem. I could give you the lesson on spell mechanics, but I get the sense that you're not here for a lesson.
I assume sign language doesn't work.
You would be surprised. Actually, it does. Any communication, really. I mean, magic's not discriminatory. You can. I mean, really, what you think? You think that fucking Star God of Magic is out there? Oh, this person speaks in sign language. Well, fuck them. Who cares?
He makes a good point, I must say. Well, as thrilling as this conversation is, we will take the time as we journey to see the wet one to formulate our wish in anticipation of completing your mission. Could you be so kind as to direct us to here?
Sure. Literally, turn around,
Yeah.
walk straight that way.
Ah.
Till you hit another wall.
That's going to be a bit of a problem, you see, oh great prismatic one, because something followed us to your abode.
Clanking. Clanking, Metallic, and Mr. Stick does not like them.
Now, I don't think that you want us taken out before we have a chance to complete the mission, so perhaps you could lend us a hand in making sure that we are not bothered as we go to meet your friend.
You know what? That's an excellent point. How long do you have to wait? You're not in a rush, are you?
I don't suppose that we are, no.
All right. Rocky, go deal with it. And you see one of the boulders that is named Rocky, because of fucking course it is, just gets right the fuck up. Just it's a golem door, a big, giant ass earth elemental stone golem looking motherfucker.
Thanks for not squishing us earlier.
Rocky, it seems that the neighbors are a bit more of a problem than they have been. Go deal with it.
Thank you, Rocky.
The golem door just turns, nods at you. stomps out. Whether it's an actual like intentional stomp, like an angry,
Right.
or like whether this is just how rocks walk, it's kind of anyone's guess. But it goes out. So would you like tea or anything? I'm not really used to that.
Yes, please.
Sure. Turns around, starts making you guys tea. Can someone roll a perception check?
I will.
Not
Okay.
me.
Well, I have a plus 10,
Not it.
but if you want to, please go
I
ahead.
also have a plus 10.
Oh, well, then your turn.
Ha!
We'll just take turns.
Found the perceptive ones.
Hey. Oh, hey. That's a great way to start off my first roll of the night. That
Uh-oh.
is a 28.
All right.
Beat me by 1. Dang.
So, granted, all of you hear the fucking rock monster just walk right the fuck by you and, storm out. And you hear Rocky go for quite a bit. But eventually, it does get out of, well, not entirely out of earshot, because all of you begin hearing these loud thuds. And not quite explosions, but there's definitely some fighting going on back there. There's lots of... You hear also the strange sound of like lightning. There's like a lot of lightning out there. And lots of metal clanging against what you assume to be rock. Though, Viel, you actually do hear the screams of whatever these creatures were. And you also hear a lot of like weird hissing. Like it's the sound of like air rushing out of like a small tube very quickly. So it's a lot of like a lot of stuff like that. There's definitely a lot of air moving, and it's not really clear what that could be.
Doesn't happen to be primordial by any chance, does it?
No one's really speaking. You do hear a little bit of common, but it's a lot of like, ow, fuck, ow,
Valid.
lots of stuff like that, but no real like.
Extremely valid.
Yeah, nothing very exploratory or tactically advantageous.
I hope it's exactly like that. Ow. Fuck.
Fuck.
Ow.
Ow.
Monotony of it all.
Yeah. But you have your tea. It's nice. It's earthy because of course it is. The earthy black tea. There's just a hint of some sort of a pitted fruit in there. Not quite sure. But it's good. And yeah, probably about 15-20 minutes later, Rocky comes back covered in like these black streak burn marks.
Oh.
And like just ash and a little distastefully also blood.
Oh, well,
Hi, Rocky.
I'm fairly certain he's not his, so that's okay.
Yeah, well,
This taste is a matter of opinion, really.
Something about blood from a stone. I don't know, I'm not good at puns.
nah. Nice. Well, there are the neighbors for you, so,
Well, thank you very much. That was impressive. I don't suppose you have a Rocky Part 2 that could perhaps join us, since it seems they are quite capable.
I actually have Rocky's part 1 through 6.
Yeah, but after the second one, they're not as good.
Yeah, that is how it goes, sequels. That said, I do have to keep these around for my own insurance because...
You have the Medusae? I don't know the plural.
Yeah, but you see the thing, they're people, The Rockies are just rocks. They really are.
You're not a person, he says to Rocky.
No response. Nothing.
Oh.
Oh, well, okay.
I mean, Look, I too am an elemental. If it was just an elemental thing, I wouldn't be saying that shit. But they are, rest assured, not people. They are animated rocks, and as a result, quite expendable.
Fantastic, then you can spare one of them to come with us.
No, because they're also protecting me. Because who's to say you don't go out there and get angry? Let's say you find out what this monster is, and you're like, "Oh no, that Druk, what a bastard, bringing me down here. Ah, fuck him, da 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 da," and you come back and kill me.
Jaru.
Like I need.
I mean, that's likely.
For sure, elbows VL. Oi!
We
To
talk
be
about
fair,
that outside.
my cousin does the whole rock golem thing. They take a long time to make. So
Yeah,
I understand.
they're not people. They are technically expendable, but they are expensive, and they keep me alive. So I really prefer not to send them out. Again, the creatures that followed you here, really, they were in no danger. Let's be real. They would never take down Rocky, so it's fine.
Well, all right. If you insist.
Time to visit the wet one.
Yep,
Oh, good.
108 degrees. Straight back that way. Keep walking. It'll
Is
get
it a
moist.
Mr. Moist or a Mrs. Moist?
It's a Mr. Moist.
Okay.
It's like the worst supervillain name.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm Mr. Moist.
I'm here to make things mildly inconvenient for you.
Oh god, everything is awful.
Everything is awful.
Everything's awful.
Yes. But yeah. Anything else you
Eugene
want to?
still here?
Yeah, Eugene's just patiently waiting.
Come on, Eugene. Take us to the wet one.
Okay, let's go then.
I want to visit Mr. Moist.
So as you turn and you walk back in the direction from whence you came, you start to see these like long like streaks of ash and these large burn marks. Eventually, as you get to the point where Rocky evidently found its opponents, just corpses. There's about 8 or so dead orogs, which are big ass orcs, and they're covered head to toe in this like really weird material. This shit's whack. It's reflective, but also pretty lightweight. And you see one of their weapons on the ground, and it's just this sort of like space age Star Wars looking staff. And as it lies on the ground, there are 2 prongs that kind of stick out about like a with like a sixth of the length of this weapon left, and there's just like this axe blade of just pure electricity running.
That looks useful.
That looks extremely.
So these are really space age looking orcs with energy weapons.
Orcs in space.
Orcs in space.
I would like to loot the bodies.
All right, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Okay. Oh, does anybody else want to roll investigation instead?
No.
Not particularly. I mean, mine's better than yours, though, VL.
Yeah.
I know it's a low bar, but...
Mine is not good.
I got that great -1.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Mine was not quite that, but I would just be dice.
I rolled a 4.
All right, I'll go look at them because I like the look of these energy weapons. Maybe I can use it to turn into my packed weapon. Oh, see, that's a 19.
All right, sure. So what kind of weapon are you looking for, Eugenio?
Well, I can make anything my pack weapon and be proficient in it, so the biggest one I can find.
All right, that's probably going to be the battle axe.
The biggest one-handed that I can find.
Gotcha. Okay, you see a sort of like it just looks like the handle of a sword. It's just got the like two little prongs in each direction off the side, and then the central grip in the middle. And you see that? Like, oh, that looks neat. That's got three sides. You pick it up, zoom, this big ass energy bait. It's more electricity than like a Star Wars lightsaber, but you're holding this like big electrical energy weapon.
Oh, I like
Hell
it.
yeah. Hell yeah.
And for the sake of brevity, and also for the sake of you don't have a fucking wizard, this is basically a +2 longsword that does lightning damage instead of slashing
Oh,
or piercing, whatever longswords do. Fuck if I know. But yeah,
Slashing.
slashing.
Yeah.
yeah, +2 weapon that does lightning damage instead of slashing.
Interesting. I mean,
Pretty rad.
look at this, and I sort of show them. I mean, well, I would like to take these, but far be it from me to keep you all from fun new weapons if you would like them too.
I got my own lightning, thanks.
Nice, good response. Good response.
Yes. How about you, Adrian?
Well, if there are more dragons about, I'd rather have my greatsword with me.
Fair enough. I'll take this
Yes.
one. We'll play a little game with it a little bit later when we have some time. It'll be great.
Is there a stick?
I'm sorry. What?
The closest thing to a stick you would see is that big great axe looking thing. If you're looking for a staff, there are no staves.
The
I mean-
bar is set so low.
It
Sorry,
really
what?
is. I mean, I'm a monk. However, I am also a dwarf. I will grab the great axe. I don't know if
Alright.
I'll use the great axe, but I will take it.
All right, and you do notice that the great axe is also to some extent retractable. Like you can, it's sort of like one of those like it's like a selfie stick where you can kind of like push, like it's got like larger cylinders inside of smaller cylinders, so you can kind of adjust it to your dwarven height as needed. Because these orogs are like at least twice your height.
So, what kind of great axe is this, good sir?
This is a +2 great axe. These are all just +2 weapons that deal electric instead of.
Okay.
Theoretically,
Well-
if I cut off the blade part of the great
Oh
axe,
boy.
Well, then it would just be a metal stick.
I mean, as exciting as that is, I mean, it's it's fine. We're just gonna keep going.
Sure. Yeah.
Keep going. Right.
And who knows, when you do get out, this is you've never seen anything like this, so this will be quite the sale.
I know quite a few cousins that would be very interested in this great axe. So,
All right, so you keep heading in, and true to Jaruk's word, it starts getting moist.
Oh.
It's uncomfortable, and also, unfortunately, it's not even like it's not even like when you were approaching Jaruk's little cavern. It's like there's no light. Like there's no little diamonds. There's nothing fancy on the wall. Just keep walking, and it's damp, and it's muggy, and it's like warm.
so it's
And
Florida.
yeah, it's like Florida underground. Hey, I'm in Florida right now.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely, this is Florida, but underground, and you start seeing like various like molds and mushrooms and different fungus just like growing on the wall from all the moisture. It's just really unpleasant. It's
I don't want to look inside my plate mail right now.
Ugh.
Eugene speaks up. Yeah, that's a very good idea. Even I, not really a big fan. I can't be too much in either place. If it's too dry, I get all brittle. I start to crack. I lose a limb here or there, and here I just end up as a puddle of blood. It's quite unfortunate, really. Gotta keep going back and forth. I get the sense you don't really care about that, so I should keep going, shall we?
This is not my climate of choice, Eugene. We should go on.
Oh, believe me, it's no one's climate of choice.
And yet all those
slowly
people
raise my
live
hand.
here.
You're all right, Eugene.
Inhospitable. Um, but yeah, you keep going, and eventually you come to this like wall of water. There's basically a large waterfall going from up in the ceiling, probably about 90 or so feet up, straight down. It's not like it's not turbulent. It's a laminar sheet of water. Like what happens when you turn the faucet on like just a little bit, and it's a very orderly stream. This is like it's just a very deep, flat curtain of water. That's it. And Eugene looks, well, this is as far as I go. I try to go in there, I turn into a puddle, and you got to remake me. It's an unfortunate, painful process. You know, imagine losing your body, turning into a puddle of mud, and be re-sculpted. It's awful. Hurts. You're sore for like 4 days afterwards. Only been alive for 11.
Sounds like a Thursday night.
So yeah, you're just in there.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it is.
Well, let's go in and talk to the wet one.
Yes.
All right.
I hate it here.
Does this mean we get to hear another song?
Oh, yes.
You get to hear another song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Step in, and you pass through this curtain, this wall of water, and on the other side you see sort of the wreck of a very traditional, conventional looking ship with the like the thing at the end. I don't know, the bow, the prow, the long nose thing of the ship. The ship nose.
Prow, yeah.
Yeah, prow sticking out over you guys again.
Bow.
One of those. Fuck if I know. I'm not a goddamn sailor or some
3
shit.
letters.
I like ship nose.
Yeah, ship nose.
Yeah,
Goddamn
ship nose is
ship
good.
nose. I'm the GM. That's what it is. It's a ship nose. You walk in, you see the ship nose sticking up. Imposingly, it is quite an architectural feature. And again, it is part of an entire wrecked ship. And sort of, again, concave, sort of like this little hole in the ship, sits this big, fat water genie called a Marid.
Yeah.
And it begins performing Ichtyglug's song.
Yay, here we go.
I'm actually going to run to the bathroom real fast.
Okay, you have a minute and 18 seconds.
Yeah, right? I got plenty of time.
Here we go.
Welcome to my grotto, call me king of the crane. Ichtyglug is my name, I'm the catch of the day. The ocean's my oyster, the waves are mine to rule. Ichtyglug is my name, baddest fish in the school. I'm the current, I'm the tide, I'll rain on your parade. Ichtyglug is my name, the siren serenade. I'll drown you in riches, I might go overboard.
Okay.
Ichtyglug is my name, please call me my lord.
Yeah, respect all of this.
Oh. And then he got done singing. Oh my god, that was so good! I know he's not back yet, but that was really fun. Also, definitely Ichtyglug said something about showering us in riches, so I'm like all aboard for this one, even though he is the wet one.
Fuck
Hell.
yeah. We need them riches.
I mean,
Mr. Moist at his finest.
which, like, I feel like is a low bar to set him up with, really.
I mean, Ridwin's all about low bars, okay?
Great, I love that. No, then you're less likely to be disappointed. I am
Is
all
that a short
aboard.
joke?
What?
Is that a short joke?
Say yes.
Sometimes.
Say yes.
Sometimes.
Biel's just looking around at the party right now like, it's
What
a
the-
long shot,
Oh,
but maybe 8 or so generations back, I might be related to this guy. So let's be close.
I mean, despite, like, she tried real hard to hide it, but, like, Ichtyglug's song was way more Zan's jam, so I think she was dancing a little bit.
Nope, that's fair. That is entirely fair.
Yeah.
Adrian was totally tapping his foot and bobbing his head the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Just in it.
VL's just nodding like he made a lot of points, and I respect all of them.
You're right.
Ridwin plays the bagpipes, so I feel
Stop.
like I'm not even joking. She's proficient in bagpipes, so
Yes.
she,
Dwarf bagpipe monk.
Obviously.
duh.
Are you Rowdy Roddy Piper?
Say yes. Yes, and. Yes, and.
Absolutely.
All right.
But yeah, so you go in, and Ictigog's song is, again, to some extent, no less theatrical, although thankfully for you, there are no Medusas in this one.
Yay.
So that's a plus. Granted, the Medusas were full on 10 out of 10 aesthetic because they had the black veils, they
Sure.
were dancing, they had gold jewelry, pretty rad looking, all 10 out of 10. But this one, a little more tame, a little less deadly, but they were like little swarm, because again, in between you and the ship that Ictigog sits in, there's like this big pool of water. It's probably like 50 or so feet across. And they're little like swarms of fish, little quipper swarms that are like doing dances, jumping out of the water, like, matching the beat of the song, carving little shapes in the water with their swaying by the surface. It's nice.
Folks, we should have gone here first. Why did we go to the dry one?
You didn't like the idea of being wet.
Yeah, well, I still don't like it, but at least he's got some style,
Well,
Am I the only one who feels at home here?
I mean, I don't know about a home, but at least I like the host a little better.
I like
It's a-
fish.
charming aesthetic.
Put your hand in it.
Wait, did you put your hand in?
No, I don't.
Please don't.
Like, okay. I was gonna say, all right, is this the stream where we just put our hands in everything we find?
Oh.
No, but if I could convince Rin to do it, I probably would.
Ha.
I mean,
I mean, maybe.
she's not very
I
smart.
mean, our intelligences are
wise.
about the same.
She can walk on top of the water if we need to.
Also, same.
Oh, thank goodness.
I don't know.
Atrian
Yeah.
just sinks.
Yeah.
Oh, unfortunate.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But you do notice that Ictiglug seems remarkably less well protected than Jaruk does. There are no large moving boulders, no Rockies, no Medusas. It's just Ictiglug in his cavern with his pet fish.
Pet
No.
fish. Mm.
Yeah, he
I
could
like
drown
your
us all.
fish.
Thank you. I like them too.
Oh my god, I love him.
So,
Ictiglug, my lord.
that's me.
We were told we were summoned by you and your dryer companion to kill a thing.
You see, companion, that's a bit of a strong word. Jaruk is a dense sack of shit, and I hate him.
Well, Jaruk was, to be completely honest with you, my lord, we're not big fans of Jaruk either, but he promised us quite a reward for killing the thing here, and said that you would offer us basically nothing, that you couldn't possibly surpass his offer to us. But we thought it best to come and at least give you a chance,
Of course he said that, because Jaruk is a liar and a motherfucker.
I couldn't agree more, my lord. So let's prove him wrong. What can you offer us to fulfill this quest for you?
I could offer you 2 whole wishes.
Oh, but that's what he offered us.
Is it really? He's gonna
Yes.
roll an insight check on you.
I'm going to roll a deception check.
Yeah, roll your deception.
Oh, that's a 26.
All right, let's see what he gets. I don't think it's gonna be that good.
Atrian thinks he forgot how many wishes.
She's not very
Jaruk-
smart, but she's charming as fuck.
Ah,
Is there anyone
Hey.
here
I
smart?
love her.
I mean, she's
Sounds
smarter
like
than
no.
some of you, but she's not that smart.
I mean, Atrian's got a whole 10
On your insight?
on his intelligence.
Oh.
well then. Huh.
I mean, look, I don't want you to, I don't want you to overextend yourself. I'm just saying, it wouldn't look very good if, you ended up proving him right by offering us the same thing that he did.
Oh, of course not. I can grant you 3 whole wishes.
Nice, perfect. You see, you know how to one-up him.
I do. Because he's incompetent, inept, and a loser. So what can I do for you today?
Okay. All right.
Well, what can you tell us about this creature and where we can find it?
The creature does not come from this plane of existence,
Oh.
and I suspect not from this. He waves his scaly, clawed hands around in the air. This planet.
Oh dear.
Well, I heard the neighbors were in a bit of a fight. Actually, everyone roll a quick perception check for me.
Oh god.
Yay.
Oh! This is terrible because I'm getting all these good rolls now, and when we finally get into combat, I'm gonna roll 1s and 2s.
Right, yeah.
Right.
I don't need a 19 on my perception right now. Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
11.
11,
So
19.
all of us?
Yeah, just go for it.
24.
24. And Vio, what'd you get?
Also 24.
All right, 24.
Hey!
So all of you except Atrian, who rolled an 11, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So as he starts talking about the neighbors, you hear a rather disconcerting chorus of like dying screams
Oh,
and
no.
explosions, and
God.
even a couple of weird, like high-pitched whirring sounds. Like you hear a couple of like, "Ding." Like so. There's some weird shit going on out there.
Is Mr. Stick glowing?
No.
Okay. Not worried then.
So you see, out there's a big ship meant to travel between the space between planets. And it is piloted by a, how do I say this? A tentacle-faced son of a bitch with a mean personality and a peg leg.
Okay.
What?
I was pretty sure I knew what you were talking about, and then the peg leg threw me off.
Yeah.
Only one of those things disturbs me.
Is it
The peg
it's
leg,
the peg
right?
leg,
It's definitely the peg leg.
No, I was a pirate.
Oh, the pirate.
So it somehow ended up in this here underground cave. Not really sure how that happened. Quite
Okay.
the parking job. But you know, these things happen. And it brought with it a creature that, by all reports, is quite foul.
Oh, so he's not even the creature that we gotta fight. He's the pirate's friend?
No, I get the sense that pirates didn't like it either.
Oh.
But that's the thing, see? Pirates have the key to open up the sealed chamber to get to the creature.
But if he's
But if
sealed, why do we have to worry about it? Exactly what you were gonna say. Say it. No, say it. Say it.
No, if it's sealed away, then it's not a bother because it's sealed away.
See, she really is smart.
See, you know, that's exactly what I said when Hallister Blackcloak trapped me in here for, theoretically, forever.
Well, that sounds unpleasant, but what's the answer?
The answer, evidently, is you.
That's not what I meant, but okay.
So we're dealing with 1, 2,
Okay, but wait.
3 separate enemies.
Yeah, so many. Okay, but wait.
Some of them are space pirates.
If this, but wait a minute, because everybody seems to not like this creature that's locked up and not really posing a problem to anybody, but apparently it is. I don't know. So hold on. If the space pirates don't like this creature either, then can we just go up and ask them for the key? Do we have to fight them? What's happening?
Yeah, you see, we tried that. They don't like the idea of letting it out.
Well, but we're not gonna
Well,
let it
why
out. We're
don't
gonna
we
go
all-
in.
Yeah, you see, we tried to tell them that too. Didn't really work.
Why
Can't
don't
we,
we
like-
all just kill the
We
thing
had
behind the
lighted
gate?
Everything.
What's it
Sounds-
sealed in?
Okay.
It's sealed in. It's some compartment of their ship that got dislodged when they crashed.
He's in the ship still. Okay.
So why don't we
It's
all
in
just
a
kill
part
it?
of the ship that is not still attached to the ship.
Oh, it
Well,
gets
then
better
can't
and
we
better.
like throw it in lava or something?
And this is the thing that's causing all the goo, right?
Yep.
So they brought it here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
We can
it's
just throw it in
creating
lava. Most things
creating
die.
that ooze stuff, but it's stuck in a container. What is happening?
I mean, most things die when you throw them in lava, so we can just throw the whole.
I mean, I
Fewer
don't.
things than you would think is surprising, really.
I am immune to lava.
See?
Or we could drown them.
Hmm.
Okay, so what you're telling us is that first we have to go fight the space pirates to get the key.
Mm-hmm.
And then once we have the key, we have to fight the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get the wishes.
Mm-hmm.
If we live.
Mm-hmm.
when we live.
Let's stick with if there, buddy.
Counterpoint. What if you give us 4 wishes? Hold on, I know. And one of the wishes we use now to wish the thing away.
I'm a genie, motherfucker. I give 3 wishes.
Okay, fine. So what if we use one of the wishes now to wish away the thing? And then we can talk about the other 2 or 3 wishes that we're gonna get later.
Yeah, see, let me tell you, we tried that. It didn't work.
On the one hand, I'm glad to hear that you thought of it, because it seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah,
On the
you
other
know,
You
hand,
could have led with that.
yeah,
one.
well, that's fair.
it was my idea. Jaruk didn't think of it.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So why didn't
However-
it work?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Yeah, because apparently whatever's in that box is bad juju. And really strong.
Oh, she's trying not to laugh so hard.
This is Zach breaking, not Atria.
Yeah, Zen and I are both like...
I am laughing in character.
Okay. I can see these conversations not really going anywhere fast.
So we have to deal with the space pirates. Space pirates.
Still real concerned about that, but go on.
To figure out where the thing they brought here, how to get what it is, and to get the key from them that they don't want to give us,
Mm-hmm.
and then fight whatever's in there.
Yep.
And they're not inclined to talk to us, probably.
I mean, they might talk to you. But
I
they're
mean,
probably-
you got me
Also-
there.
I mean, I am
Stab us.
very charming.
I'm only good with regular pirates.
The only time I've dealt with mind flayers in the past, they tried to eat all our brains. So that was also in space, actually.
But I mean, you gotta think that is kind of all they eat. So can you really blame them?
I mean, yes. but-
Yes,
Nope,
they
I
didn't
stick to
elect
water.
to be made that way.
I like my brain in my head.
I mean, sure. But think it, you know,
I mean, sure.
these things happen.
You know, got its brain eaten, like you do.
Okay. Well, is there anything else you can do to help us to defeat the space I can't even say it. The space No, see, I can't do it. It's too ridiculous.
Say pirate.
How do we get... I
Say
hope the
pirate.
Raven Queen thinks this is funny. Because she better give me some damn good powers after we're finished down here. You hear me?
I
Hey,
hate
you're getting
space.
wishes. Don't get
I
greedy.
hate pirates. Putting them together, not a thing I enjoy.
Oh, evidently that's why you're here. So you can kill him. Or you can talk to him, I guess.
Maybe.
I don't know why you'd want to do that.
Only if they make us kill them.
Starting to think Umberly sent me down here as some kind of cruel and unusual punishment.
I came down here because it sounded fun.
I didn't realize you all had a choice.
Yeah, we wished you guys here. What the fuck?
Well,
Well, actually, I convinced Jaruk to wish you here.
Because
Ah,
he didn't think of
I
it.
still have all my wishes to give. He's only got 2. I can't believe I gave you both of them. Wow. Wow.
to be fair, never mind. Okay.
Can you do anything about the fact that I can't see down here?
I look at Adrian.
I mean, I just
Wait.
thought I would ask. My lord.
Mr. Moist.
Let me consult my stat block.
I mean, same.
It's a good post out a monster man.
Yes.
Oh, really
Oh,
good.
what is that?
I mean, do I
So I can't do shit about it.
have?
Dark vision, not a paladin spell, turns out.
Is it a sorcerer's spell?
No, it might be a cleric spell, but
I mean,
Yeah, so here's the thing.
I.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Nope.
Here's the thing. No.
At least you
man.
asked.
um,
All right.
hey, it is in fact a sorcerer's spell.
Easy.
Hey.
Look at that. But wait a minute, you can't change your sorcerer spells.
You only have one level in sorcerer. You only have access to the
I
first
only
level
got
sorcerer spells.
cantrips and first spells.
So I'm gonna be blind. Or we're gonna have to have a light going.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you're pretty much boned.
Oh.
Only
Great.
one of us can drag you around by the hair.
That doesn't sound all that pleasant, really.
I never said it was gonna be pleasant.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a rope.
I'm more worried about how I fight things, really, because it sounds like it's gonna come to us fighting.
Yeah, I mean, don't use the rope yet, it's not that bad, Jesus.
And, big sword, can't see well, swinging with wild abandon.
You know, if you took a lightning sword, then it would light up for you.
Maybe you should swing with tamed abandon.
So wise,
Thank you.
my lord.
Mm-hmm.
I am very wise.
Mm-hmm.
If you have something small, I can cast light on. Because I'm not casting it on my spear again.
My holy symbol.
Fine, enjoy that. And I cast light.
Oh, I was ready for it this time, but I still don't like it.
Boom! And it's reflecting off the water too. It's just bad.
At least we had a little bit more of a warning this time.
Thank you. Now it will be not useless.
Still remains to be
Oh,
seen.
that's good.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's pretty much all I got.
Okay,
Well,
well,
thanks, Mr. Moist.
Yeah.
Time to go kill some things.
I suppose so.
Also, if again, I imagine Jarub told you this
Mm.
because sort of the only thing he knows and he likes to flaunt it. There is a creature that he summoned here that is still kind of alive.
Oh yeah, do you know what that is?
See, they just kind of wish for something powerful far away from me.
So no.
So no.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can assure you though, it's more powerful than dragon.
Yeah, we got that much. It doesn't inspire a ton of confidence, but okay.
Maybe we can avoid it.
Well, I would imagine talking to him would also be a bit down.
Have you ever heard of this thing called foreshadowing?
Mm-hmm.
No.
And me neither. But okay.
I'm a genie. I don't have a. Oh wait, no, that's vampires. Never mind.
You're the DM. Maybe genies don't have.
Genies don't have shadows now. It's canon.
Okay. Well,
I guess we need to leave and go find the pirates of the variety that Zan can't finish saying.
Space pirates.
Yeah.
yes, I can say it. No, I'm good at this. We are going to fight the space. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
We
Almost
don't
had it.
have to fight them. We can just ask really nicely, and it'll be fine.
So the last mind flayer I talked to lied to me and my companions and then tried to eat our brains and killed one of us. So I don't have a whole lot of hope about this. Not that I'm judging based on one interaction or anything.
Of course not.
I mean, what? Humans don't have a record of doing that to people.
Ah. Well, you know, I understand that, but also, it is still probably going to try and eat your brains. That's a rare commodity down here, so they take whatever food they can.
Great.
Survival of the fittest,
Well, I am very fit.
Okay. Onwards. Is Eugene going to take us wherever we go? I like him.
He might, but also this is to some extent the end of his responsibility. He, as you noticed, is small and frail and easily damaged.
Mm.
So it is entirely possible that he will not want to follow you into the jaws of certain death.
That's fair.
I suppose.
Let's not endanger Eugene.
Heaven forbid we endanger Eugene.
Mhm.
Because here's the thing. If you die, Eugene will still be around to do our bidding in this cavern. If Eugene dies, I get the distinct impression that you will be less amenable to doing our bidding around the cavern.
I think you're overestimating the powers of persuasion that Eugene has, but okay, he can stay.
Shall we?
Yes, let's go to the... I can't do it. Let's go to the space... Wait, I can do it. Wait, give me a minute. Wait, I can do it.
you.
The space... Fucking hell, I can't do it. Let's go.
Space pirates.
I guess we leave.
Mm.
I'm more surprised that you got caught up on the word pirates than space.
He's sort of the whole package, putting it all together is the funny part. I can say pirates, I can say space, but if I put them together, it's just too ridiculous.
So as you walk out, VL and Rinwin, earlier you both rolled 24s on your perception checks, right?
Correct.
Mhm.
As you walk out, you hear there's a slight shifting of something very large on the ceiling above you. It's about 200 feet up, so it's well outside the range of everyone's dark vision.
Gods.
But you hear this subtle, and this low, deep growl. It's quiet, but something's up there.
What does Mr. Stick say?
Nothing.
Hmm.
But something's up there.
I'm going to continue walking, oblivious to any danger.
Same.
Yep, you're walking out fine. And Ichtyglug waves at you by, good luck with that shit.
Oh wait, which way is the ship?
It's directly north once you get out of the water.
Okay. We're not in the water. Okay.
Well, he means out from the water.
Yeah,
curtain. Yeah.
I know that. Adrian,
away.
a little slow.
VL, should we tell them about the thing?
The what?
Huh?
Are
Is there
you going
more?
to listen? I assume you'll listen if something's threatening your life, but one can never be sure.
There's a thing.
Spread out. There's something on the ceiling.
It's big. I think it growled at us earlier.
Draw
Now,
my
this is
great
it.
sword.
This is in Ichtyglug's cavern?
This is in Ichtyglug's cavern above the
Oh.
water that separates you from Ichtyglug.
Right.
Oh,
Not in between you and the exit.
Right.
okay. So there's something dangerous in here besides Ichtyglug.
Yes.
Okay.
Does he seem to know about it?
Roll insight.
Oh, because I'm so good.
Okay, I'll do that. I think. Let me check. Yes, I will do that.
I rolled a 17.
Hey.
All right.
What is VL going to roll?
I'm actually not terrible at insight.
I rolled a 10, which is a 20.
Oh, yes.
I mean, also, for a little bit of description, Ichtyglug's face is like that of like a deep underwater fish, like an anglerfish without the angle.
Oh,
Okay.
So it's got this like wide set mouth, these sharp fins with little points on them.
Ew.
I just want you to know that when VL first saw him, just kind of gave a nod, like,
Yeah.
yeah, our old family portraits weren't too
Right,
great either.
Yeah, he's got these like white eyes, but they're featureless. Wide mouth, rows of jagged teeth. These little like fish spines running back top over the crest of his head. So looking at him, like honestly, fuck if you know what this thing intends. Like this is a fish.
Fair enough.
This fish.
I will go ahead and warn him then, because I want my wishes at the end, and I can't do that. Genie is dead. So, Mr. Moist, there's a thing. There's a thing on your ceiling. Did you know that there was a thing on your ceiling?
I did. And if you cross me, it will eat you.
Oh.
Oh, hello. Okay.
Does anybody speak Draconic?
I understand all spoken languages.
Yes.
No, but if they write something down, I can read it.
All right, then from the ceiling,
Oh,
a
come
low,
on.
deep growl. You hear, "Hello."
I made a friend.
You made a friend.
What do you mean you made a friend? Who is your friend?
Whatever's on the ceiling, it said hi back.
I don't-
And usually
That
if
was
it
it.
says hi back, that means that there's like,
That was a deep voice.
I liked it.
Sort of rumbled my chest a little bit. But I'm not afraid, though, because I can't be.
It can probably eat us. I respect that.
Sure. Should we go, maybe, and get out of here where the unseen horror is lurking on the
Yes,
ceiling?
yes.
I don't know, it's just
I
it
think
on.
he's nice.
Do that.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he
My
is.
friend.
Okay.
On to the
Walk out.
pirates.
I'm gonna go now, and I'm gonna go invisible again.
All right. Is that an at will spell for you?
It is.
All right, Nito. Is that a warlock invocation?
It is.
That's neat. I love it.
Rad AF.
All right. So you pass out through the current of water. Zan kind of ruins your whole invisible thing because there's like this whole like
Yeah.
person shaped like gap in
Yeah.
because the current of water, calling it a curtain is actually a little bit of a misnomer because it's about a foot thick. Like this is a
Oh.
lot of water
Yeah.
just continually spilling onto the ground, and it's running back down into Ichtyglug's cavern.
Mm.
Where it's coming from, I mean, fuck if you know. You're 19 levels down into the Undermountains, so like, where, like honestly, where is this coming from? Like you don't even know, but it's coming, and that's the kind of what's going on. So you pass out, and there's Eugene waiting for you. I almost called him his actual name because he has a name in the book.
No.
Eugene now. So you pass out, and there's Eugene.
Eugene, I didn't think we'd see you again. What a pleasure.
I get the distinct impression you're not being you're being sarcastic, aren't you?
Of course not. You were our first friend here in this strange place.
Yeah.
See?
Friend isn't it's a strong word.
You said it, not me.
So we're trying to go to the ship. Not Ichtyglug's ship, but the other ship. Because clearly, obviously, there's gotta be more.
I was gonna say, I mean, I always knew you were dense, but I didn't know it was that bad.
Sorry?
Nothing. Carry on.
Alright.
I
Pirate ship.
Space
Yeah.
pirate.
Stop.
yeah, that's to the north.
Okay.
Yes. Which direction is that, Mr. Mudd?
North, he said.
Yes, but I don't know which direction is north right now. Do you know which direction is north right now in the middle of a cavern underground 19 miles
No,
below?
I don't have that feat.
Yeah. Don't either.
Eyes.
Don't know. Maybe I could figure it out. Survival is awful, so probably not.
No,
I
roll
assume
it.
it's
Come for the
directly
gold.
the way.
5.
Yes.
It's that way.
Oh,
Woo!
Eugene, you don't have to come with us, but could you at least point us in the right direction,
Please,
please?
I'll give you a hug.
Eugene points to his right.
He's right. Is he telling the truth?
Roll insight.
Oh boy. 9.
He's pointing in a direction.
That is.
I'm gonna give him a hug.
Is it the direction that what is your name? What is your name? Adrian just pointed.
No.
Oh, good.
If we're trying to find something specific, I could probably just find it.
I mean,
Also, when you give Eugene a hug,
Oh.
a significant portion of him rubs off onto you.
oh.
He's a mud myth in a damp environment, so you're now just covered in this mud of this 2.5 foot tall
It happens.
thing. Wait, how tall are you?
I mean, probably about a foot taller. Not much
Nice.
taller.
Yeah, so you're
Is Zan still invisible?
that's a good point. Xana, you're still invisible.
Yes. Sorry.
Okay.
That's my name.
Well, I can do that too, and I'm gonna use my ring to go invisible.
You are now invisible.
Invisible buddies.
And then there were 2.
Hey, you.
Well, I guess it's just us.
I just imagine the little bit of mud from hugging Eugene just slowly drips
Yeah.
onto the ground from
No,
nowhere.
I actually imagined that the mud actually did not turn invisible. There's just a bit
Yeah,
of mud.
just mud.
Perfect.
There.
Even better.
Great.
Just like a little person method shaped mud stain floating around.
Even better. I'm gonna walk over and wipe it off and say, "It's a good trick. Maybe don't hug the Mephits next time."
Oh, okay.
Yep. No, it's okay.
You know
Stay
what?
still. No, don't stop moving because I can't. Remember, I can't see you, so I gotta just stop. Okay, there we go.
Hey, you. And I kind of flip my spear in hand and poke the method in the gut with the blunt end a couple times.
It probably kills him.
Right.
2 damage. Dead method.
Yeah, he does not like that.
If you give us a landmark, I can probably just. I continue poking him until he says something.
Oh, I thought you froze for a second. I'm like, oh no, what do we do? But what did you say? I'm sorry.
Oh, I said if he gives us a landmark, I could probably just find it.
I mean, it's a big, giant ship from outer space. Is that not enough of a landmark?
For the purposes of the spell, who knows?
What's the spell? Can you read
Locate
it out?
object.
Can you read out the description to me?
Okay. Describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction to the object's location as long as that object is within 1,000 feet of you. If the object is in motion, you know the direction of its movement. It can locate a specific object known to you as long as you've seen it up close. Alternatively, it can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon.
Okay, sure. Roll an intelligence check or a history check. Roll a history check.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Oh,
So
good.
I will say that you can cast the spell to locate a ship, but roll a history check.
Oh, that's actually not bad.
Oh, good.
It's a 15, which means it's a 14.
Okay.
Okay, so are you casting the spell?
Yeah.
All right, so you cast a spell to locate a ship, and the only blip you get on your magical
No.
radar is back in Ithigleg's cavern.
Oh, that was useless.
It's okay.
It
Off
was a
we
good try,
go.
though.
I'm just gonna look at Eugene and just say, look, if you send us in the wrong direction, your masters are gonna be not so happy, but I'm gonna trust you because I have no reason not to, because I don't like shit. So let's go, and we'll go to whatever direction. I don't remember what direction he pointed now, but we're gonna go that way.
Yeah, sure.
Hopefully it's north. To Alaska.
Mm-hmm. So you head off to I fucking lost his name for a second. You head off to Eugene's right, and you find yourself in sort of like this unusual camp. There are a bunch of tents made of these really weird materials. Everything about your visitors here is really fucking weird. These tents are essentially plastic.
Oh.
Yeah, you see these sort of like plastic uniform tents that are all exactly the same in this stark white color, which, since you have a light up, is really sticking out against the like black, more or less featureless stone around you. And it's not really hard to put together that this was actually the camp of the Orogs that you had passed by, and there's nobody around. You see a couple more energy weapons, a couple more of these reflective suits that are like half metal, half like these sort of like weird flexible meshes. You also notice a couple more intact examples of their helmets, which are sort of like these transparent dome shapes that are like
cute,
mostly coming around like that. And they've got this like breathing apparatus in the front, which is having lots of tubes coming out of. So everything is starting to come together as far as what happened when Rocky went out. Like you're seeing these tubes connected to a breathing apparatus. So it's clear like once those popped, you get a lot of hissing air. Now that the voices are starting to make sense too, because now it's like the whole thing it's all coming together. But that is currently where you find yourself. And you walk into this large cavern from... I'm going to be using like general cardinal directions here, not necessarily the cardinal directions of the Undermountain. You walk into it from the sort of southwest, and at the northeast, there's another exit.
So what you're saying is, since there were orcs underneath the armor that was beat up by the rocks, these are orc space pirates.
Yes, these are space orcs.
Oh no.
Space orcs. Cool.
Does it look like there's anything of value in the camp?
Roll an investigation check.
Okay. I am not great at this. 6. Nope, nothing here.
Yeah, honestly, that's about it. See a couple more weapons like the ones you passed. You see a couple of like weird boxes full of rations. And you see like a thermos, which is not something you've ever seen before because it's a goddamn fucking thermos. Right. But you find a thermos, which again, to some extent, this is all valuable, but on like a cosmic scale, this is all kind of junk.
Right.
On an immediate survival point of view, this all means nothing.
Yeah. Also, it's not going to help us kill this space. I was so close that time because I wasn't thinking about it. I'm going to get it, I promise. I just got to get it out before I start thinking about it, Anyway, it's not going to help us kill them, so I'll leave it here.
Maybe we don't
have a weird stone full of liquid that you can't get out. It's just sloshing the thermos.
I love it.
Okay, should we go to the other exit?
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
So you go out into the exit. Again, this is coming from the southwest, and here you're heading northeast. You have you have another cavern that you come into that has your exit. You came from the southwest.
Mm-hmm.
You have another exit from the southeast. And you have another exit from the northwest. And in this cavern, you see the sort of river of ooze that is pooling into like this small lake towards the center of the cavern, and it is bubbling. And there's a something forming out of the center of the ooze this cavern. There's a shape slowly rising, and it's not nearly the sort of like graceful and whimsical nonsense that you saw when you first encountered the ooze with the walking geometry. So you walk in and there's something going on in the ooze.
Can we make out what it is from where we are, or do we have to get closer?
You've got a light going on, right?
Yeah, but it only goes up to 30 feet or something, I think.
I would say that it's probably at the edge of the 30 feet, so sure, you can see that like there's a shape rising up from the ooze, and it is made of the ooze, from what you can tell.
I don't like it.
It's just ooze now, right?
Just-
Like there's no water or anything.
Are you referring to like Ichthyoglug's water, or are you referring to like is there any water in this part of the cavern?
Just that part of the cavern, because I thought I heard you say lake. I could have been wrong, but
Oh, like a lake of ooze.
oh, so no
Yeah, like a
water
small, like-
whatsoever.
Yeah, so it's a lake is a very generous description. It's a small circular deposit of ooze,
That's unfortunate.
out of which a something is rapidly rising.
Well, we're supposed to keep heading north, right? So let's just go that way? Question mark.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so which exit are you taking? The one at the top of the cavern or the one at the bottom? Because again, these are not necessarily
I
responding.
mean, we're gonna go to the one that we think is northernly.
Yeah, so which one do you think that is, though?
The top one? One at the top.
Sure, sounds good to me.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, we were
Maybe.
pointed to the north, so it would be the one sort of on the opposite end of the cavern we just came into.
Right.
Okay. Sure. So you head off in that direction, and as you're probably about halfway through the cavern,
Oh, boy.
whatever was coming out of the ooze forms itself, and it is actually something in the shape of a humanoid. And you see this figure, which sort of has this like long black cloak made of ooze, and it's got this sort of like weird dripping like facial hair, and it is clearly some sort of facsimile of an like old wizened humanoid, and it begins chanting in some language.
God damn it.
You speak all languages, don't you, Rimwin?
I do.
It begins chanting in Abyssal, and it's like
No.
moving its hands back and forth, and there's fire.
Oh, so it's
like
bad.
Okay.
preparing to. It definitely seems it's preparing to cast a spell. Like,
Guys, that's a bad thing. That's a bad thing. It's a bad thing.
Okay.
Stop it.
like it's preparing. You
Blindness.
have a chance to react.
Blindness.
Oh, you cast blindness on the use. Anyone else?
Yeah, I mean, if it's gonna do that, I'm gonna curse it with my Hexblade curse.
All right, sure. You cast Hexblade's Curse. You cast blindness. Atrium Rimwin, what do you do?
I'm gonna move 30 feet away from the group. Invisible still.
I will.
Back up.
Not back, just like perpendicular.
Okay, so you're like strafing it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I
I
just don't
will draw my greatsword and cast Wrathful Smite.
All right, go roll.
Yeah.
You roll for an attack on that, right?
No, it's just a bonus action that
Oh,
it just
gotcha.
augments my
Next time he
attack.
hits, it'll do things.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, sure. So, Viel, you cast blindness.
Yep.
The ooze is still oozy. You don't notice if it has any eyes.
Yeah.
So, it might have worked,
Yeah.
but also, it is also a black dripping mess of a humanoid facsimile, so it might not have worked. It's really hard to tell. Atrian, you draw your sword and you prep the Wrathful Smite. What does that look like? What elemental damage type is that?
It is psychic damage, actually.
Psychic damage. Nice. So your sword begins to vibrate and hum, and it kind of resonates with the cavern around you. And so you have this really loud sort of like amplification chamber where everything around you is. So you get that ringing in your ears. Rimbrand, you circle around, ready to strike. What does your Hexblade's Curse look like, Zan?
It's probably hard to see on this black ooze because it's sort of a swirling black, like not quite a smoke. It's more like light black tendrils that sort of surround the thing, but we probably can't see it very well from here.
Sure, yeah. So these black tendrils, maybe other people can't see it, but your
Sure.
dark vision, you have no problem. You know you've got this thing.
Yeah.
And this this ooze creature finally pulls up, and it looks like it's ready to release its spell, and then it just splashes down into the ground. And you swear, just for a second, you hear this deep, gurgling laughter coming from the reverberies.
Oh no.
You asshole!
It
I hope it wasn't trying to get us to waste our spells or anything.
So is it still cursed? Do I still feel connected to it?
You have expended some energy, but there's nothing. You can't latch on to anything.
Ah, okay, so it didn't actually, like, the curse didn't really take.
Yeah.
Got it. Weird. Okay.
How long does Wrathful Smite last?
A minute, I think.
It lasts for 1 minute. Yeah, as long as I keep concentrating on it. So
1
I'll
minute,
continue
alright.
to do so.
You'll
but-
continue to concentrate on it, but again, time is taken rapidly now because you are not in combat. But again, where would you like to go? There are there's an exit at the top and bottom of this chamber.
I will
And the bottom leads toward the ooze. The top leads away from the ooze.
I will angrily stomp towards the top exit since that's the one we had talked about before.
All right, as you angrily stomp towards the top of the cavern, now you enter into a really large section of this this particular level of the Undermountain, and you see this great, enormous black spaceship.
Oh, thank God.
This is a full-on, not a boat. This is a spaceship, like something out of Independence Day. There are green electronic lights flashing around and moving in these unusual straight lines and weird angles. There are symbols that Rinwin even you can't read. But actually, because I'm thinking if it's a magical effect, you could read it. Because I was thinking Eugenio can read it because he has a magical effect.
I do.
So what is your feature that gives you the ability to read all languages?
Me?
The feature I have is, where is it? Tongue of the Sun and Moon, and it's just verbal. It's not
Verbal. Okay, so you cannot read anything. Eugenio, you can read all written language, correct? Yeah.
I can speak all things and be understood by all things.
Okay, and
That's
Eugenio
nice.
can read.
Read
Okay.
all writing, yep.
Between the two of us, we got it.
Solid.
Yeah. So Eugenio, you are seeing again a lot of these just like weird ass shapes, but for some reason it makes sense to you. So you're looking and there's a lot of numbers. There are a lot of sort of like almost like descriptors of parts, like hull plate alpha, stuff like that. You know, like thruster shield zeta, like weird random, like just random, like that looks like, I guess if I had to call something a thruster shield, that might be it,
right?
I suppose.
Looks good to me.
Yeah, right. But you do also notice something that seems a little more flowery and poetic than most of the technical jargon that you're looking at, and it seems to be very prominently displayed in a sort of light blue rather than a green.
Okay.
And the ship seems to be named the Star's Embrace, but beyond that, nothing.
The Star's Embrace, how poetic for Space Spy.
You almost got it.
I know, I was so close.
Just say it really fast.
Do you see any space pirates?
No, but you do see the headless bodies of 4 Orogs.
Oh, charming.
Headless.
Facts.
Headless.
Let's see.
Yeah.
It looked like the heads were like crushed, like Rocky came and just, or they looked like they were decapitated.
Imagine pulling like a root out of the ground. So spinal cord and all, it is gone.
You have interacted with these creatures before. I think you know where their heads probably are.
Well, mind flayers don't usually, like, it doesn't usually look like that, I think. I never saw one of them eat a brain, because thankfully I didn't get that, you know, they tried once.
That's
but-
good.
Is
Yeah.
it like an octopus just wrapping around something until it pops off?
I think so, but again, didn't see them actually eat a brain. So
You would also notice as you see this, they're nearby, but not like exactly in a large smoking crater, like the ones that Eugene pointed out.
oh, hey, look, a large smoking crater.
And so at this point, though, you are probably about 150 feet back or so. So you're not like up by the ship. You just see it because it's heckin' big. It's
I don't
large.
like any of these, but we might as well keep going. We made it this far.
I agree.
Also, is this what is that? Adrian points at the spaceship.
I think that's the ship, no?
It doesn't look like any ship I saw.
Weird.
It's a star's embrace. It's very pretty.
That sounds like something that will go through space.
I guess. I don't know. I saw a spaceship once, but it looked weird. So does this, so I guess that tracks. Being in space is weird, guys.
I've never been, so
I didn't like it. I was on a meteor that was orbiting the world. There were dragons and
That sounds
Did you meet
overwhelming. I
space
don't like it.
pirates?
no, it was awful.
Were there space pirates?
No, there weren't space pirates.
Oh, okay.
Just space everything else. Space Githyanki, space dragons.
I think Space Yankee is kind of
Space Dragon.
redundant, no? Anyway.
I guess. Yeah, that's probably true. So what do we do?
I don't
Is
know.
there
We
any-
gotta go find the pirate, the captain or whatever, and we
Oh,
gotta
right.
take the key from them.
The peg leg guy.
That's the
Does
one.
this thing have a door?
Guys, excuse me.
Yes.
Guys, Mr. Stick is not pleased. Mr. Stick is not happy.
Oh shit.
We should not be happy. Mr. Stick is not happy.
All right, here we go.
Draw my sword.
So you're not surprised, but out of like sort of like a porthole type thing, like a sliding like rectangular, you see this creature with like a black face mask and like this weird sort of rifle looking thing
What the?
point at you, and it fires a projectile at you. And for the sake of this, I will say that Rinwin, you can attempt to use your deflect missiles.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
Catch a
attempt,
bullet!
I'm a fucking
But-
do that.
And
but so here's the thing. Everyone make your deck saves, but Rinwin, if you're going to attempt to catch this, I don't think you can make a deck save on it.
Well, I have evasion anyway, so
Yeah.
If
right.
anyone is within 10 feet of me, you get a plus 4 on your saving throw.
I love a
All right.
fucking
So
paladin, man.
everyone roll your deck saves, and Rinwin roll your deflect missiles.
Woo!
Shit.
let's see.
Oh no.
When you
Yeah.
see the damage you take from the attack is reduced by 1d10 plus 5 plus 6. If 16, if you reduce the damage to 0 and have a free hand, you can spend a key point to make a range attack with that thing. So I'm gonna roll d10.
Dex was my dumb stat.
5, so that's 10 plus 16, 26.
26.
26 damage.
All right. Let me double check real fast because roll 20's fucking out on me.
Mm.
What kind of creature is this? That guy.
suddenly, I would prefer being dragged down to the bottom of the ocean.
I don't
Said
know.
26.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the creature fires what is essentially a grenade at you.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
And somehow
Queen of
you
Darkness.
managed to catch it.
Yes.
Would you like to throw it back?
Throw it back.
So it's like
Zan is pointing, but nobody can see her.
catch this like perfect round metal sphere, and it is hot in your hand. This is a volatile object you are holding.
I'm also invisible still, so I would like to think that
Get rid
it
of
was
it.
aimed at somebody else, and it's just hovering in midair right now.
Yes.
Sure. Yes.
Yes.
The creature is just like.
The fuck?
What?
Although, does this count as making an attack?
Yeah, but it's totally worth it.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna throw it back. But as
Yeah.
I throw it back, I'm gonna go. Your ship's name is really pretty.
All right.
But that's
So
okay.
as you throw it back, roll initiative. But so you throw this object, and it connects with the ship, and there's a fireball that goes off because you caught a fireball grenade.
Whoops.
Holy
I'm sorry.
shit.
I'm glad you caught it.
So
Shit, I
let's
rolled
see.
shit initiative, guys, and I have advantage on it. Fuck.
My initiative's also not great, but
Mine's okay.
as I said,
And they
Dex.
both failed their save.
Bye.
Hey,
There were two
both.
creatures in that. Yeah, there were two creatures in that area because you see another one kind of pop open, like getting ready to shoot, and then like he opens up his little like cubby window, and then just like
I'm also no longer invisible.
you're no longer invisible.
There is that.
And you also see as like these face masks they were wearing, they start to like burn and melt away,
Oh,
and you
dear.
two gray slod
Oh.
No.
these rifles at you.
Dear.
I'm sorry. It was I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. They're
It was
assholes.
real fireball.
I wanted it was a I didn't it was just like an
Stop
automatic.
apologizing.
They shot first.
Hmm.
Oh,
I got
boy.
a 12 with my initiative.
Yeah, let me quickly add you to my little turn counter here.
Mhm. Oh dear. I don't know. Nobody told us about these things. We talked about the tentacle monster. We talked about the ooze, but we didn't talk about no space toads.
All right, Zan, what'd you roll?
Oh, hey.
11.
Well, that's not your name, but okay.
Uh,
I got a 10. Thank you very much.
Oh, maybe I
11
did get a
and
good
10.
Goddamn.
Rinwin?
12.
Jesus.
Yeah, I rolled
Michelle?
7.
16.
Oh, there
Wow.
we go.
My Dex is also -1, so
Mine is +2. It's a little bit.
I have a +5, but I rolled with advantage a 4 and a 7, so
Okay.
Oh, no.
that
it's
is rough.
fine.
And so let me quickly do some HP math. So that's
Love a bit of HP math.
Great Slad also takes out a monster manual.
right, yeah. How much damage did I do with that hit, guys?
Hang on.
What level was that fireball cast at?
So are they just like open a porthole and are shooting out, or are they open like a thing that they're out in the cavern with us now?
So there are two that are shooting from a porthole.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
annoying. Yeah, it's alright.
That's fun.
The worst.
Can I
And
see past them? Because I have a terrible idea.
I would say that you're still probably about 90 feet away, and
Okay.
you only have about 30 feet out of that light.
So I'm only vaguely aware of a thing happened.
Mhm.
How big are the portholes?
They're probably like 3 or 4 feet in each direction. They're kind of like squares.
Okay.
But it's not full cover. And it's not honestly even 3/4 cover. It's about half cover. But anyway, you see two portholes. There's one on the left, one on the right, and the right slot is the first to react after the fireball. And unfortunately, you notice that some of the burn marks are beginning to heal over a little bit.
Oh,
Oh, dear.
don't suppose we could apologize.
Right, though.
I didn't mean it.
I'm
I really
charming.
did.
I'm not that charming.
So the slot is actually going to leap out, just like grab it, grab the front of the, like the lip, and just leap out. And then there's a small little like
Excellent.
of a jetpack, and he's just like
Oh,
flying.
this got weird. Okay.
So he's hovering in midair, flying on his jetpack, aiming his thing at you, and the flight was an action. And so
Oh,
let's
well,
see,
thanks.
there's another slot that pops up, and he's sort of just standing on the top of the top of the ship.
So there's a third one now?
There's the third one now, and he's going
Okay.
to just jump down and draw like an energy greatsword. So he
Okay.
jumps down and just.
Yeah.
All right, and so that was his turn to basically dash. He's probably about 40 feet away from you guys. and he's 40 feet away from the cluster of you, and that's his turn to dash out, draw his sword, and get into position. And VL, it is now your turn. There is one slod flying, there's one slod in a peephole, and there's a third slod standing out in front of you with basically an electric lightsaber.
That's real fun. Cool.
Get
Great.
some combat music going just for me. Nothing can get me.
So, see, what's gonna happen here is call lightning.
All right. So can you read that spell description for me?
Okay. Storm cloud appears in the shape of a cylinder that's 10 feet tall with a 60-foot radius, centered on a point you can see within range directly above you. Spell fails if you can't see a point in the air where the storm cloud could appear. When you cast a spell, choose a point you can see under the cloud. A bolt of lightning flashes down from the cloud to that point. Each creature within 5 feet of that point must make a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 3d10 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. On each of your turns until the spell ends, you can use your action to call down lightning in this way again, targeting the same point or a different one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can pick a slot and roll some damage. And what's your save on that?
My save is it's a dex save.
Dex save, and what's your DC?
18.
18. All right, 18 dex save. All right. Pick a slot. You want the flying one, the one in the hole, flying one in the window, or the one with the sword?
I don't know if it's gonna have a chance to destroy this thing's weird jetpack thing, but hey, let's go for the flying one.
Hey, all
Fourth
right.
level.
4th level. So how much damage is that?
4d10.
4d10. Yep.
4d10. All right. So roll your damage. I'll roll his save.
Okay. I do not have enough dice out, so time to go to a dice roller.
All right. Hey, that's how you
Yeah.
know you're doing it right. And for the record, it fails its save.
Hey, that's great.
Huzzah.
And
Get
depending on the
it.
damage, I'm actually going to roll its concentration check on that fly right now.
Yeah.
Get him.
Because mechanically, I'll tell you guys right now, I'm just flavoring a bunch of spells as space items.
Good to know, because
it's
I wasn't
gonna
going to try and counterspell it because I thought it was mechanical, but now I'll remember that.
That is a 28 damage.
28 damage. All right. So that's going to bring him down a bit. All right. And let's roll that concentration check. Saves.
Oh, give me half a second. I think I have a cat that's locked in my room.
Oh, no.
And that was 27 damage?
28, so 14 DC.
It just made the save. It rolled a 14. So you summon this enormous cloud of lightning, which pretty much fills up the entire section of the cavern you're in. It's covering a large amount of the ship as well.
Excellent.
And you reach up and you pull down a bolt of lightning, and it crashes right into the jetpack. The slot is electrocuted. It's like shriveling up a little bit, and you can see the jetpack just for a second, like. So it barely holds on, but you can definitely see something's fucked up there.
Yeah.
And the Slod is clearly not happy with getting attacked in such a way. We now go to Window Slod, who, again, its wounds start to heal up a little bit. And it is going to load up another grenade and fire another fireball at you. So can everyone make dex saves? And this one, when is not pointed at you, it's just in the area.
And if you're close to me, you get a +4.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Paladin, yo.
18.
18?
25.
All right, 25.
14.
14.
Also 18.
All right, so VL, you take 26.
Oof.
Everyone else takes 13 points of fire damage. If you win, you have evasion, you take no damage.
Yeah.
All right, so the Slod aims at the little rifle. It fires off another grenade. It hits the ground. You have this large, enormous swirling fireball that covers all of you. Most of you managed to sort of prepare for it, duck behind anything you could get out of the blast. VL, you were caught full in it. I'm going to need your concentration check on your Call Lightning.
Hey, Warcaster.
Hey, nice.
Hey.
What?
Woo. Okay. That is I don't get a bonus for the save on Constitution, do I?
It's a Constitution saving throw, so whatever
Yeah, it's just con mod.
Oh no, I meant from Adrian's thing.
Oh, yeah. Anytime you make a saving throw.
Oh yeah, you're plus 4. That's for any saving throw.
Yeah. If you make a saving throw at all within 10 feet of me, it's plus 4.
Yeah, none of you have really moved out of the way of Adrian yet.
Oh, okay, that's fine then. That's fine. That's 25.
No, yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely fine. That's almost as much damage as the spell did in general. All right, so Rinwin, you're up.
Cool. So is the lightning? So the flying guy is no longer flying, correct?
No, he is up. He barely made it, but he is still flying, probably about 20 or so feet above you. 20, 30 feet.
Cool. So I have 2 different options, and DM, I want you to tell me which one is if I would like to run up the side of the spaceship and jump off the spaceship and hit the flying guy onto the ground.
Yes.
Okay, sure. So
I can run up the side of the spaceship. I can run
yeah,
up
you can
vertical stuff,
absolutely
right?
do that. So I will say this. You will run up the side of the spaceship. You will need to make an athletics check to try to make the jump
Okay.
to the slot.
Fair.
If you miss, I assume you will be taking your reaction to slow fall because he's about 30 feet in the air, so there will be damage.
Right.
If you hit, you're probably gonna have. Well, if you hit, you'll need to take your reaction to slow fall, or unless you want to take falling damage. But you can do it if you run up and make a successful athletics check.
Cool.
So go ahead, run and make your athletics check.
All right. Well, that is 17.
17. All right. So I'll say you do it. So you sprint up and you
Awesome.
do like a backflip off of the lip of the spaceship.
Hell
the
yeah.
slot that's there in his window looks up at you like.
Oh, hell yeah.
And you do a backflip and you're right currently above the slot on the jetpack. So
Okay.
how do you want to make your attacks?
I'm gonna
Very carefully.
yes. I'm gonna use my quarterstaff for the first hit, and then my unarmed strike for the second hit.
Sure. Yep.
So that is a 22 with my quarterstaff.
That's an absolute hit.
Cool. That's 9 points of damage.
Sure.
And then, as I assume I follow him to the ground.
This is your unarmed strike coming up, right?
Yes.
All right. Sure.
Yeah. That's a 17.
Let me double check real fast. 17 misses actually.
Shit. Okay. Well, I hit him a little harder than I meant to, and I went to go swing after, and it just didn't quite make it.
So 9. Let me roll his concentration save for the jetpack. Oh wait, no, you wanted to bring him down with you, didn't you?
Yes.
Roll
Grapple.
strength to grapple him. Yeah.
Oh, strength.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Contested strength.
Okay. I got 13 plus 6.
All right.
19.
Well, he got a 5.
Oh,
Hey!
yeah.
So you whack him with the quarterstaff. He sort of flails a little wildly. You miss with your punch, but you are managed to kind of swing your arm around, grab him by the chest of the plate that his jetpack is attached to, and just pull him down. You can use reaction to slow fall, I assume, but he's gonna take falling damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to suplex him real hard.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I will say that is probably your turn though, because
Yeah. I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I would say that your unarmed attack, you can exchange that for grapple. It's fine.
Yeah. No, that's my complete turn. I don't think I have any leftover movement.
Yeah, so you suplex him on the ground for 9 damage.
Yeah.
But he's
But
down.
the slot is now on the ground, and I will say that he's prone. He's prone. There's no way.
Absolutely, he is.
All right, that was quite a turn. Adrian, you're up. You've got a slot right in front of you.
Go.
You.
Merry
Hey,
Christmas.
is this the prone one that's right in front of me or the other
Yeah,
guy?
the prone one's back a little bit. That was
Okay.
the spaceship. This one is like probably like 40 feet ahead of you.
Okay. Well, then I will hustle up forward my 30 feet. And then I will say surprise motherfucker, and I will cast Misty Step to close the rest of the distance.
Nice.
And then I will sword him a couple questions.
Quick question. Do you Misty
Yes.
Step in front or behind him?
In front of him.
Oh, man.
I mean, Adrian's not sneaky.
Yeah, but I just have to say, coming up from behind him with a surprise motherfucker.
Well, yeah, that's
Mm,
he's not that clever.
that's
They
fair.
might be distracted by me, literally catapulting myself.
That is true. That is true. So maybe you still do catch them unawares. Roll your attacks and
Maybe.
let's find out.
That is a 22 and then a
That's
20.
a hit. Both hit.
Okay. Let's see. 6. So the first swing is 18 points of damage,
18, that all right?
and then the second swing is also 18 points of damage.
All right, any smites on those?
No, I'm high enough level that I'm kind of smiting all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So 7 of each of those was radiant damage, but
Oh, got you.
I'm not dropping any actual divine smites yet.
Got you. All right. Zan, you're up.
All right. So I can apply that curse once per short rest, but it has to target a creature. So was that a creature? Have I expended my curse from the trick?
I'm gonna say since that was its intention, that was what the trick was
Sure.
designed to do. I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Then I am going to... How far away is the one that's prone from me?
The one that's prone is probably about 50 or so feet.
All right. I will calmly make my way towards the one that is closer, the 40-foot one away. Draw the lightning long sword, and just bide my time because I can't get to him, and I'm still invisible.
Sure. Yeah. When you draw the sword, do you activate it? Well, I guess it doesn't matter because your sword's invisible regardless.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So, as you draw your sword and prepare, you hear a hatch open. There's a.
Boy.
Oh, good.
The hatch explodes, and out from underneath it, the Mind Flayer flies out. His peg leg, cloak billowing behind him,
Found him.
holding a rapier at his side. He extends a hand out, and he casts Wall of Force
Oh boy.
as a dome. And so he's going to try and let's see how large the radius on.
How far is he from us?
He's a good bit. He's pretty far, probably at 100 feet or so.
Okay. All right.
Your ship's name's really pretty.
Right. Yeah, so he's about 100 feet of you, and hemispherical dome with a range of 10 feet. So he's going to catch Atrian and Zan.
Mm-hmm.
But you haven't moved, VL, have you?
No.
All right, so he's going to catch Atrian and Zan in the Wall of Force. So you're in the Wall of Force, and I'll say the slot is in there with you.
Okay.
So you're separated from the fight in this sort of like invisible dome that encapsulates you. And that's going to be his action. He's just flying over the fight right now, looking pretty pissed. He's got a cool pirate hat, though.
Hell
Can't
yeah.
be a space pirate without a hat.
Obviously.
All right, and then
Oops.
there's going to be another porthole that's open, and a fourth gray slot pops out.
That's Cool. That's
many
great.
slot.
All right, and it was actually his turn to move all that distance. So going back to the top to the first slot, who is this is the flying one actually. So he's prone. So he's gonna get up and he's going to take a couple of energy rate sword attacks at you, Rinwin.
Okay.
What's this multi-attack?
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fine.
All right, so what's your AC?
20.
20. So it does
No damage.
20 damage to you. As two of its great sword attacks hit. It tries to follow up with a claw, but it isn't able to connect with that. But it does hit you with two electrical great sword attacks.
Was this a slod, you said?
Yes, this is a slot. This is the one that you were that you knocked prone. It got up and it made two attacks on you.
Well, that's rude.
And as you notice, you're really up close. You can see that some of the bruises and some of the like slightly out of place bones and ligaments and joints are starting to slowly crack into place.
Okay. Awesome.
All right, the slod trapped in the bubble with you, Atrian, is going to make a couple of great sword attacks on you and try to follow it up with a bite.
Ugh.
What's your AC?
18.
18. All right. The first one misses, but the second two are critical hits.
I am immune to critical hits.
That's neat as shit. Where'd that come from? Is that Paladin thing?
I have adamantine plates.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hell
Good
yeah.
shit. All right, so it does a total then of only 18 points of damage.
Aha!
As it catches you once through sort of the midsection with the electric blade, which again isn't actually cutting, it's just a real shock. So it's going straight through you, but it's just not cutting. It's not a physical attack. And it does sort of get you kind of on like the arm with the bite. It crunches your sort of gauntlets in a bit, but it's not anything serious.
Ow.
So a total of 18 points of damage on that.
All right.
And VL, you're up again.
Thank God I got that adamantine.
Two of your comrades are currently trapped in a force bubble with one slot. Rinwin is engaged with another. There are two in the window with their guns, and there's the mind flayer.
Okay. All right. So I'm not going to call lightning down on the one that everyone's fighting because I think that may hit her. I could be wrong about that.
She does have evasion, so if she passes her dex save, she won't take any damage.
It's true.
Give me a check to check the. Give me a sec to check the spell again. Yeah, it's each creature within 5 feet. But yeah, Ren, you don't want to be around for what I got in store right now. So, what other visible enemies are there? I know the two are in the ship, so theoretically I can't hit them. So, any of them left that aren't in the bubble?
Yeah, there are two in the windows. There are two in the windows. There's the mind.
Hit them? Or are they?
I'd say sure. Why not?
But I want to see.
5 feet. What? There's also the mind flayer, who's about 120 so feet away from you.
Cool, but is he still under the cloud?
Yeah, I'll say sure. I assume you cast that at the very top of the cavern. So yeah, he's under you. He's above you.
Okay. So I'm gonna call down lightning again. Funny thing, I'm gonna use destructive breath for max damage.
All right, so that's you cast this at 4th level, so that's 40 points of damage, correct?
Yep.
All right, let me roll that dex save. It does pass the dex save with a 20. So as you pull the lightning down, it seems to notice at the last second and ducks slightly out of the way, but you still catch him probably on like the leg or something like that. And it's fucking lightning, so it still hurts like a motherfucker. But it does seem to avoid the majority. But I am going to have to roll a check on his fly spell. And it does save on that as well. So it doesn't seem to be too affected with respect to its flight. Or not its flight, it's wall of force. The flight is an object item. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be too affected by the with respect to the wall of force.
That was not the greatest turn, guys.
You did 20 damage. That's pretty good.
I agree. 20 damage is.
Yes. That was
Okay.
Anything else? That was a bonus action, correct?
I think calling down is an action again. Let me check. Call lightning. It's an action. Yeah, it's an action to reuse it.
Gotcha. All right. So that is your turn, unless you do have a bonus action.
Nope. Because I can't cast a bonus action spell if I just. Well, actually, because I didn't cast the spell, I just used the feature of the spell.
Yeah. So yeah, you can't cast a bonus action spell.
Cool. Great. I am actually, you know what? I think I'm good because a couple of party members, or at least Rinwin and Nature are caught in the bubble right now. So
Zan and Atron are caught in the bubble. Rinwin is just in melee with.
Zan and Atron.
All right. Speaking of which, Rinwin.
Yeah.
You're in melee with a slot. What's up?
I am. Luckily for me, in melee is my favorite place to be.
All right.
I am probably a surprise to all of you. I'm going to hit him really hard.
Shocked.
Right.
Mr. Stick.
All right, let's go.
Get it, Mr. Stick. Get
That's
it.
a 14 plus 10, 24.
Yeah.
All right, that is absolutely a hit.
Mr. Stick says, fuck you.
Yeah.
That's 10 damage from Mr. Stick.
All right.
And then I'm going to swing around with my second attack for my unarmed strike. And this is Mr. Fist, and that's a 23 to hit.
Also a hit.
And then that is, it's only 6 damage.
All right. Every little bit counts.
And then,
for your bonus action.
Yeah, I'm trying to be nice. And he's not really being nice back. So I'm just going to flurry of blows real quick.
Nice.
And hit him, 2 more times?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's a 13. Probably not going to hit him.
All right, that is a miss.
That one, however, is a 13 on the die.
All right, so that's like a 23, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that is 12 damage.
12 damage, all right. Bring that down. All right. Not bad for an armed strike.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Is
he still up? Is he still up?
Yes, he got up on his turn.
Well, he's about to not be up. I'm going to impose. I want to try and make him fall prone.
Oh, with the open hand thing, right?
Yes.
Oh, sure, yeah. Let me roll his strength save. And what's your
dex save?
Dex save. 15. All right.
18.
18. Oh, it does pass. It rolled a 20.
That's a motherfucker. It's fine. It's fine.
So you punch it. It does sort of like double over a little bit, but it manages to right itself with a reasonable enough speed that you're not able to totally knock it over. Let's.
Fine. I'll get him next time.
That's right.
All right, so the slot in the window is going to. It can't shoot a fireball at Zan and Atrian.
You can certainly try.
Right, though. It's actually going to leap out of the window.
Oh, thank God.
And vanish on the way down.
Less good.
Maybe not.
Less great.
Maybe let's not do that.
And a quick marker on this bad boy. That's the wrong button there. Looks close enough to invisibility.
Monks are fun.
Love a good high-level monk.
Mm-hmm.
So many key points.
So many, just so many.
All right, Atrian, you're up.
All right. Well, I'm going to cast Searing Smite.
We are fighting an ooze monster. It
Amazing.
makes sense.
Guys, smear and smite, y'all.
Yeah. I'm gonna smear this here.
Yeah.
Like a bug on a windshield.
Yeah.
Ew.
Love
Alright.
it.
Searing
so much.
Smite. And I'm you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna Great Weapon Master this. So I'm gonna take the -5 on both my swings
Ooh.
All right.
for the big damages if I hit.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
first swing is a 19.
19 minus 5 or 19 total?
Yeah, with total.
That's a hit.
Hey, that's gonna suck for that guy. And
Right.
then a total of 14 on the second swing.
So the 14 misses. What's the damage on the first swing?
I'm gonna get you that here real quick.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot.
Yeah. Plus a d6 fire damage. And he has to make a Constitution saving throw, or he will be on fire. The d6.
All right.
That's silly.
What's the damage on that?
The damage total is 36.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, paladins.
Yeah.
All righty. Ben, holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just go to fucking town on him. How do you make this attack? I'm gonna roll a save as you describe this.
So I imagine that he, as he says his whatever his prayer is, he like pulls his hand along the blade and then just fire shoots out, and then he just overhand chops down, like striking, going for like a shoulder to opposite hip.
You definitely get a lot of that. There's a lot of slob blood, which I assume is probably black or like a sort of viscous, dull green. Actually,
Ew.
let's go with this. It's like a viscous, dull, grainy yellow color.
Ew.
Gross.
It's nasty. Like you know the picture of the ochre jelly in the monster.
Yeah.
That color. It's
Ugh.
Oops.
Good.
and
The
like
save-
I said, what's the save on it?
Oh, the DC. It's a con save DC 17.
It does not save, so it is on fire. It takes how much damage per turn?
Hooray.
So the
And when does it take this? At the beginning of its turn?
yeah, I'm looking at that. At the start of each of its turns, it must make a con save or take 1d6 fire damage. So if it makes the save, then it ends the effect. But it's the start of its turn.
All right, sure.
Nice.
Ah. Trap me in here with you, will you?
And does it make the save each turn?
Yes.
All right, sure.
Yes, it does.
All right, Zan, you're up, and you're about 10 feet away from this now burning
I
slod.
love it.
It can use an action to put the flames on itself out also.
Yeah, but why would you do that?
I mean, sure. I'm just saying it can do that.
Can.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep scrolling up to it, and as I pass Atrian, my paladin friend, I'll say, "Very impressive. Now it's my turn." And as much as I would love the advantage from the invisibility, I'm gonna use a bonus action to hex the slod.
Got you.
And then I am going to attack with my lightning sword.
All right.
So the first attack is what is that plus now? Because it's magic.
+2.
Yeah, so that's a 27 to hit.
Absolutely a hit. Holy shit.
Fantastic. So it does, all kinds of different types of damage. So it's gonna do 9 lightning damage
Sure.
and 10 necrotic damage.
All righty, Roo. That's a lot. So 19 total?
19 altogether, yes. And it is,
Yes, sure.
It also has disadvantage on, we'll say, strength checks. And then I'm going to
Alright.
attack again.
All right, sure thing.
And that is a non-natural 20 to hit.
All right, absolutely a hit.
That does 14 lightning and another 9 necrotic for 23 total on that hit.
All right, this slot's looking bad. This
Good.
slot is looking real fucking bad. It's breathing hard. It's on
Excellent.
fire.
And the hex is more of a sort of purple color that I think wraps itself around like its biceps and its like thigh muscles, since I gave disadvantage on strength checks. So it's sort of this like purple energy that just sort of crackles around its major muscle groups.
Sure, that's lovely and a little bit frightening.
And like kind of hot.
Yeah, let's be real. Yeah,
If you're into that.
we're done pretending. Oh, we're into that. We're into that here.
Oh.
All right, so the Mind Flayer captain is going to move.
It's gonna come for that ass.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, pretty much. He's going to
Great.
move. Flying at your speed of 60 feet. He's going to move 60 feet.
Yikes.
So let's see. Rinwin, you're in range, and
Oh no.
yeah, I think you're barely in range. He's going to use his mind blast ability. So I need both of you to make intelligence saving throws.
Both of whom?
Rinwin
Us.
and VL.
And VL. Okay, great.
And you're not-
not you
us.
two.
Not us.
Yeah. And you're not. I'm too far away to give you my sweet paladin buff.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Because I'm like 40 feet from them.
yeah.
Right.
You literally just told the two dumb characters to make it.
It's fine.
It's
I
fine.
mean-
I only rolled a 5. It's
Ooh.
fine. What's
Goo.
9 total?
VL, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 19, so that's an 18.
All right. So, VL, you managed to resist
Blessed
the
be.
mind blast, and you take.
Oof.
Still a butt ton of psychic damage.
Yeah. God, that hurts so bad.
No, you don't take any damage actually.
Oh. Oh, that's right. I was thinking
Yeah.
of yes.
Oh yeah.
How
if you
much
save, it's. you're
I
fine.
take, though.
Yeah, Rinwin, you take 30,
Ugh.
And you're stunned.
and you are stunned.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's the
okay.
rough part.
That's the worst part, really. Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, you can repeat the save at the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Is it an intelligence save both times?
Yes, it is always
Yeah.
an intelligence save.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah,
It's
it
the gift
is.
that keeps on giving these mind
Yeah,
flayer
right.
mind blasts.
Yeah.
It's fine. I've got a monk thing.
Oh, thank God. That's right. Stillness of mind. Blessed be. If you're gonna be dumb, at least be a monk.
Yeah, right. That was
Oh,
definitely
it's
my
only
one.
charmed or frightened.
Mm.
Balls.
Oh no.
It's fine.
Fine.
If I can get out of this fucking globe, I could maybe help you.
Well, let's kill this slot and then I'll help you get out.
All right.
All right, so the final slot who was in the window is actually just going to jump down, draw a lightning greatsword, and just he can't make it to you, VL. So he's just going to kind of like stalk the edge of the wall of force.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to wave at him. Hello,
Yeah.
little toad. Your turn is soon. Just be patient. A toad, madam? Perhaps it is you who are the toad.
All right, so you're stunned, Rinwin. So the slot in front of you is going to make its attacks with advantage.
Could be worse. You could be paralyzed. At least they're
That's
not
fair.
auto crits.
Yeah,
About to
right.
say that.
Fracking,
It could be worse.
frickin' fracking patty whacking.
I mean,
Let's
still
But
not
you got
awesome.
a decent AC, so he's gonna probably be okay. I hope.
All right, so the first one, this is not good. This is not good, everyone.
No,
Oh,
There's
Alex.
two 23s and a natural 20.
Ah.
Ooh, it's 3
So
hits.
you take
Okay. It's a lot of damage, but it's okay. You're a stout
38 points
dwarf.
of lightning
38?
damage.
Oh, you're fine.
38 points of lightning damage.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay.
I'm sure you're totally
All right,
fine.
yeah. So
I'm
as you're
beyond
just,
bloodied, but sure.
Okay,
yeah,
well,
so as you're kind of like
It's cool.
going
Cool, I got you.
real fast in and out of what's really there and just this blurred haze, the Slod comes. He's like does a flip with a lightning sword, and he goes once across the chest, once across the leg, and then once as a stab sort of straight through. Again, none of these actually create any surface. Like these are you're not bleeding, but you're just getting shocked like a motherfucker.
That's unpleasant.
I have Revivify if
Oh, thank
it
God.
comes to that.
So do
Okay.
I.
She's got wholeness of
Okay,
body
good.
too. She'll be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I also have a ring that sucks my soul into it if I die. So.
Oh, that mind shielding's a real fucker when you die.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right, and as it's doing this, the Slod is slowly recovering.
I don't feel good.
Okay, we gotta pile on. We gotta do that thing. We gotta take it out.
The Slod in the bubble with you is also going to recover just a little bit and make a couple of attacks on you.
And take his fire damage.
Oh, true. Yeah, what's that? 1d6?
Yeah, well, he makes a saving throw first. His con save. And then if he fails, he takes a d6 of fire damage and is still on fire.
Oh, yeah, he fails a save, so he's still on fire. So
You want me to roll the d6 or you got it?
you can roll it. I'm still adjusting health and stuff.
One of these. You
Was that searing? Was that searing smite?
Yeah.
I don't think it gets to make saves. I think it has to use its action to get the flames out.
wait, really?
I think so.
Yeah,
I don't play paladins often, so I might be wrong. But I mean, it failed anyway, so it doesn't matter. But
Right.
Yeah.
No, it says it makes
does?
it. Yeah.
on each turn, okay.
Yeah. It's three fire damage.
All right. Sure. All three of it's. What's your AC?
18.
18. So. Oh, that clicked the wrong button. That explains it. It's like these numbers all seem really, really low. I'm rolling damage and not attacks.
Oh,
It's okay. You can keep those numbers.
I'm not mad about
And
it.
all three of its attacks miss anyway.
Yeah.
Woo!
All right, so you're able to parry the blows from this half-dead burning Slod. And by half-dead, I mean like 90% dead. Jill, you're up.
Hey. So I'm gonna stalk very calmly up to the one that's trying to stalk towards me. And I'm just gonna casually go. I'm just gonna pull out the halberd, my vicious halberd,
Yes, vicious weapon. Cut his head off.
and just say,
Oh, that's Vorpal. Never mind.
"This was fun. It's time to go now." And just swing it like a baseball bat right at this thing's neck,
Yes.
Whoop. Yeah.
and hope for a crit, which I will probably not get.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. What is my modifier for this? It is plus 19.
19, that is a hit.
Yes. Okay, so get ready for a fun time, guys.
All right.
First off, gonna roll this base damage. And I got a 10. So
Nice.
this is gonna be fun. So that's 12 damage to start off with.
All right.
I'm going to boost that a whole lot.
All right. Let's
Um,
go.
So I am going to use, what is it called? I'm gonna use, what is it called? I don't remember what it's called.
Destructive Wrath.
Divine Strike. Divine Strike.
Oh, yeah. Divine Strike. Yeah, sure.
And then I'm going to use my last use of Wrath of the Storm for right now for another max damage. So 16 plus 12, 28.
All right. So 28 total or 28 on top of the.
No,
thing?
28 total.
28 total for the whole turn. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Nice.
Good hit. Good hit.
And I am going to cast Healing Word at 5th level on. Right.
Oh.
Thank you for using a 5th level spell on me. 5th level slot.
No dying.
You dying,
Roll your,
Squirtle.
Can't die, bud.
Roll your healing dice.
Yep. Doing that.
Can't I hear? This isn't even the boss fight.
Not the greatest, not the greatest. 23.
Hey,
Oh,
that's
wait.
better than nothing.
Nope. That's only, wait, why did it? Oh, I put the 5 in the wrong place. I put that as my modifier. Never mind. And it kept the d10s that I rolled. Give me a sec. 22.
Hey, you know what? It's
Mhm.
22 more hit points than I had before.
Right, though.
Just don't get hit again.
I
Don't
mean,
get stunned again.
no promises.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's gonna get out of it with intelligence saves, so we may be here a while.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Does it count as being charmed or frightened?
No, it is stunned.
Unfortunately not.
I mean,
Okay.
if I could touch you, I would cast Lesser Restoration or something.
Mm.
But you're in a bubble.
No, Rinwin is not in a bubble. Rinwin is out.
I'm out of the
Zan
bubble.
and Adrian are in the bubble.
Yeah,
Oh,
It's fine.
Which
We'll
is
see.
going fine for us, really. It's the slab.
it really
Oh,
is.
boy.
Yeah, we're good. Thanks, love. Go take care of her.
Yeah.
All right. Rinwin, go ahead and make your intelligence save.
Come on, you can do it. Natural 20.
Roll
Good.
the 8.
Oh, good. Oh.
Not good.
12.
No, it's
12.
not.
That does not make it, unfortunately.
oof.
It was almost a 20. It was right next to the 20.
Mm,
That's so close.
Fine. I'm just taking a break, you guys.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Fine. Take a little nap. A stabby nap.
A stabby nap. Oy.
So you mean
Um,
death?
Good kind of nap.
Mm,
Veal, can you make me a strength check?
Hey, I'm surprisingly good at that. Well, not really.
Well,
Kind of.
Wait,
15.
wait.
Unfortunately,
That's
remember
sad.
that slod that turned invisible as it jumped to the
oh
ground?
yeah.
Yeah. After making your brutal attack on one gray slod, you look down and suddenly there's another hand on your
Uh-oh.
halberd.
Oh,
And it
no.
tugs and rips the weapon out of your
I
hands.
do love a good disarming strike, but still.
And it turns to run back to the ship
Oh fuck.
with your weapon.
Oh no.
Okay, so you're gonna die next.
Alrighty, Roo. So let's see. That was its turn. Adrian, you're up with an almost dead slot in front of you.
Get rid of it so that I can take us out of here.
I will do that.
DM, wait.
Ooh.
Wait. Can we because I have Diamond Soul,
Hmm.
which lets me re-roll for a key point, re-roll a saving throw that I failed.
Okay, sure. Because nothing has happened yet with you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's better. That's an 18.
That does save.
Yes. Okay, I have my
You're
next turn.
back in the game next round.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Get it.
Get it.
I just didn't want him to have advantage on hitting me.
Yeah.
All right.
Honestly, with a mind flayer, if you're stunned, advantage is the last thing you need to worry about.
Well, that's true.
Adrian, you're up.
All right. Time to do this. I'm still gonna Great Weapon Master because why not?
All right.
Swing number 1, 17
Does not hit.
balls.
Come on, you can do it.
Then 11. Never mind.
Unfortunately, it does not hit. You bring the weapon down, and the first time it dodges, but the second time you try to bring it, the slot actually reaches up and catches your hand with the blade in it and throws it aside.
Sorry,
Zan,
Zan.
Oh, is it my turn?
it is your turn.
Oh, fantastic. Let's finish this. I'm gonna stabby again.
Yeah.
Love it.
Wait. First, actually, I'm gonna use my bonus action and the tendril. I don't know. I can distinguish. I'm gonna use my bonus action and the tendrils of my hex are gonna run up the slot's body into its head, and it's gonna take 5 psychic damage.
Nice.
Just because I said so.
hmm
And it's still up, I assume.
Yes,
Okay.
barely, but up.
All right. So then I'm gonna stabby.
Stabby, stabby, stabby.
That's a 26 to hit.
Definitely a hit.
That is 8 lightning damage and 11 necrotic for a total of 19.
That is a kill.
Yay!
Hey.
It's not a
Alright.
humanoid, so I can't turn it into a specter. Balls.
Unfortunately, but
Damn.
as you do bring the lightning longsword through the slot between the electricity from the blade and the necrotic damage from your hex, it just kind of like it's basically watching like the highlight reel of all its major organ systems just failing. Like it's just like you're watching all the stages of sepsis just all at once.
Ooh.
And
Ooh.
it goes. It's dead.
I'm gonna turn to Adrian and I'm gonna say, right. So be ready to attack. I'm gonna take us close to the one that's running away with the halberd.
Okay.
Be ready.
Will be.
Right. So it is now the Mind Flayer captain's turn. And actually, he's going to roll the recharge on his Mind Blast.
No.
Please not. Please low.
No.
Does not recharge.
Woo!
God bless.
It is going to use its movement to get up in melee with you, and it is actually going to flank on the other side of the gray slot, and it's going to attempt to use a tentacle attack.
Oh no.
Yikes.
No, that's bad. Okay, maybe I'm gonna take us to that then.
I'll be ready either way.
What's your AC?
20?
That does hit then.
No.
Oh no.
What's the point of having a 20 AC?
You take 17 psychic damage, and can you roll an intelligence saving throw?
We've already established. No, not really.
Look, we're gonna try, okay?
Hey, you still have diamond, whatever that was.
Diamond Soul. Yeah.
I didn't realize that also gives you proficiency in all saves. That's so badass.
The only reason why I don't have a negative modifier
Oh my god.
a +4, but that doesn't help me when I roll a 9.
Oh no.
So if the DM permits, I will in fact use another key point
Yes, please.
Sure.
to fix that. I rolled another 9.
Oh my god.
Balls.
You are stunned.
Yep.
And grappled.
Yeah.
Oh goody.
Yeah.
No.
So currently it's got like a big meaty claw on your like shoulder, and there are like tentacles like slowly their way around your like the back of your head, like
Yeah, we're going over there.
their ways into your
Yeah.
ears and up your nose.
Look, I've got a really hard skull. It's gonna have to work a little bit harder to get into those juicy bits. Okay?
Ew.
What it's designed to do.
Juicy bits.
All right, there is one slot in melee with you, VL, and it's going to attempt to knock you prone, I think. Can you roll a strength check?
Okay. Is this a shove or is this like an attack? Does a shove count as an attack?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's an attack. It's a special attack that does no damage, but it is an attack action.
I'm gonna make a dex save.
All right.
And for the strength save, I rolled a 17. I don't know what these slot things with their high save DCs.
Dex. It does not save. It's got a 15.
Hey, 2d8 lightning or thunder damage.
All right.
What should I do, guys? What should I do?
Thunder, switch it up.
There's a lot of lightning in this game right now.
Yeah, we need something a little different.
Little lightning, little thunder.
That's 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. All right.
I can keep this going all day, or more specifically, 4 more times until I go to sleep.
Nice.
All right.
Did I save, by the way?
Did you? What was your roll?
17.
You did save, yeah.
How blessed.
All right, since you are stunned and grappled, the slot in front of you is going to make claw attacks rather than greatsword attacks to avoid it damaging potentially.
The boss.
Yeah, the boss.
The boss.
It's fine. This is fine.
So it's a 26, a critical 27, and a 22 for 30 damage total.
Perhaps it's
You know
not
what,
so
y'all?
fine.
You know what, y'all?
She's
It's
fine. She's super fine.
You said what? 30 damage total?
Damage total.
On a scale of 1 to 146, I'm officially at 33. So,
Okay, we're coming. We're coming. It's fine. We're coming.
you know. On the upside, I seem to be the only one that's gotten hit. So, you know.
Oh, I got hit
I've
Well,
been
with
hit.
the fireball.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
We're coming. We're coming. Give us a second.
Share
All right, VL, you're up.
Cool, great. How far away? Well, the slot that attacked me is obviously 5 feet away, but how far away is the other one that took my weapon?
It's got a speed of 30 feet. It grabbed your stuff and ran, so it's got about 15 feet away.
Oh,
Not
that's
too bad.
great. That's fun. Look what I'm gonna do. Okay, first of all, I'm going to use my tempestuous magic ability to fly 10 feet without provoking opportunity attacks. As a bonus action,
Mhm.
I'm going to get right in the middle of them, and I am going to cast. No, I don't want to do Thunder Wave. I don't want to push him even more away. I'm going to cast Shatter.
All right.
Level.
At what level?
5th.
All right.
Shit.
Make that con save.
It shattered, son.
And where are my saves? Where are my saves? Nine.
Oh, that's bad. Which is good.
Very bad. Very,
Good.
very bad.
Us.
Awesome.
Probably should have made strength my dumb stat. It's fine.
I super should have.
Nobody cares about intelligence until the mind flayers show up.
Right, yeah.
Did both of them fail?
Well, who are you shattering?
Both of them.
Both of whom?
The slide. The one that ran away and the one that was next to me.
What's the radius on shatter?
10 feet. That's why I got in the
Oh,
middle
so
of
20 total, yeah. Let me roll. I didn't realize you were doing it for 2. Let me roll again. And it's a 18, right?
Yep.
Yep, that is another fail.
All right.
Oh man, I should have saved my max damage thingy for this.
That's
Oh
all right.
well. It's fine.
And total damage on that?
Total damage on that is the dice roller glitched. So I will add that together. That is 6, 4, 2, 4, 8. 10, 12, 20, 24.
Nice.
24 total?
Yeah.
All right. So the one in front of you is looking extremely hurt.
Yep.
All right, Rinwin, can you make your intelligence save?
Make it. Make it.
Please, please, please.
I'm gonna use another key point
Use that key point.
All right.
because that was definitely a 2.
Well,
Fine.
Oof.
Oh, maybe 15 plus 4, 19.
That does make it. You are still grappled because it is the last thing you can do on your turn.
right.
It's fine. Okay.
But you are not stunned anymore.
Hooray!
Okay.
That's important.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Good. Just grappled. It's fine.
I mean, still a bad place, but it's
It's
Yeah,
not great.
right.
It's not great.
yeah.
I like to think that I'm just now waking up.
Right.
Oh,
well,
fights
this
happening.
No.
This seems like a not great situation.
See
Okay, they
something
don't have a
real fast.
Mhm.
All right, so VL, you see the slot that has your weapon. Look
Yeah.
back at you, give it a twirl, laugh, and as it's doing that, another slot that looks
no.
identical, that is also holding your weapon, steps out of its body,
What?
and they
What?
run in opposite directions.
Oh.
My passive insight is 20. This is gonna be
This
fine.
shit. Mad. All right.
All right.
I have 2 weapons. It's fine.
Adrian,
good.
what are you doing?
What I'm gonna do
He's get ready to kick some ass.
is that, but before I ready an action, I am going to first cast Blinding Smite
Yeah.
and get that going. And then I will ready my attack for after Zan teleports us next to an enemy, I will sword face.
All right. Zan, it is your turn.
All right. So I'm going to grab hold of my paladin friend and I'm going to dimension Doris over to right behind the mind flare.
All right. Everyone
just gonna
make your attacks.
trace a little hole, and I'm gonna then switch my hex to him as my bonus action.
I am not going to Great Weapon Master these. I'm just going to swing normally.
I would say if you were to go to his back, you'd technically be flanking because Rinwin is not stunned anymore. So he is an active opponent.
So,
you have advantage.
So you have
okay.
advantage.
Well, then I'd be
Yo,
not
well,
risk
yeah.
it, I guess. I'll go ahead and risk that then.
Yeah, why not?
So that means my first swing is a 23.
That is absolutely a hit. What's the damage on that?
Give me a second.
Lots.
A not inconsequential number. And because of Blinding Smite, he'll have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
That's a DC is 17. Let's see.
Con save. It does not save. It rolled a 2.
You blind motherfucker. 16. So all together,
All right.
that is 45 points of damage.
Jesus Christ.
On
Proud
the
of you.
first swing.
Woo!
On the
How do you
first
want to
swing.
do it?
Yeah. Huh?
How do you want to do it? How do you want to make the kill?
Oh, shit.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize we damaged that thing.
I didn't either.
They don't have a lot of HP. You got in the good
Sure.
got in the call
Oh,
lightning.
yeah.
And
Oh, I forgot about the call lightning.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we just like Zan popped us in, and I just take its head off.
You do. All right. So you bamf in there. Zan is busy doodling on the back of its neck, tickling it a little bit. And you just come in with your great sword and
Oh, no, I've got to move my hex again.
straight off.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Thank you.
And you notice as it falls,
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
4 fist-sized gray gems that are
Take them!
3 of which are pulsing, 1 of which is dormant.
I don't know if Zam would know what they are, but I sure as hell do.
3 fist-sized gray gems, 1 of which is 3 of which are pulsing, 1 of which are not, fall to the ground, and all the slod immediately stop what they're doing. And
Uh-oh.
turn right to the gems.
Uh-oh.
Well, that was technically Zan's turn, so I can't do anything.
All right, and that is actually where we are going to.
Woo, that's a good moment.
Oh,
I likes
yeah.
it.
For.
I likes it.
Yeah.
All right, no one died.
Woo!
Yeah.
I'm so
Man.
proud of you. I honestly thought everyone
thanks.
was gonna go. I thought that's where we were gonna end tonight. I'm sorry,
I was a little worried too.
but
Frankly, I'm still worried.
I mean,
I'm so proud of all of you. You survived.
Yay.
we got some heals, so we can take care of you.
Mhm.
Yeah. I can also just default take 48 health back.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yes, love that wholeness of body. Get it.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Monks, man, I know half the shit they can do.
I love monks. They're the best. They're the best martial class. So good.
Monks are fun.
Oh, but no, if y'all hadn't have killed that mind player, then
We
I don't
got
know
you,
that would have
boo.
gotten a chance.
We got
Yeah.
you.
Riven was taking some hits though.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Monk tank.
Whew.
All
fine.
right. Well, that was a very fun session. I had a blast.
Yeah. Well
Yeah.
done, sir.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I'm glad you liked it. So as we head on out, we can all go around and introduce each other one last time. Why don't you say one of your favorite parts of the session or something as we go out, as that seems to be one of the things we do here on this channel. It's a lot of fun. I am Alex. I go by Axolotl Cure on Twitter. And this is my first time DMing on stream. This is like the fourth or
Proud
fifth
of you.
game I've ever run in over a voice or that is not over text to accommodate for our mute player. And I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
I have to say, I really did like the surprise motherfucker. That was
pretty great.
It never fails. Literally never fails. Like 99 times out of 100. Never fails.
It's a good line.
Yeah. And let's go in reverse order of what we did last time. So Eugenio, why don't you
Sure. I'm Eugenio, also known as your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, DM Jazzy Hands. You can find me on Twitter at DM Jazzy Hands. You can find my podcast, The Last Refuge, that just dropped a new episode today at DND Last Refuge. We are coming up on our 2-year anniversary with the podcast, and that's very exciting. I'm around here on Variant Roles from time to time. I'm on the creative council for the channel and hop in and out as player and DM, so you'll see me around. Favorite part of tonight was there were so many good ones, but I think it was maybe I don't remember any of your damn character names. I'm so bad. I'm bad at this on the podcast too. VL just deciding to stick her hand in the mud stream when we first started. It was like, okay, this has set the tone for the evening. I'm all about it.
That's awesome.
That was very good.
Someone has to promote the exposition around here.
I support your choices.
Kate, what about you?
Obviously, my name is Kate. You can find me on Twitter and everywhere else important at Very Pale Ale. I am one of the players on the Twitch, the D&D Twitch thingamabobber, Open for Adventure. It's not a thingamabobber. It's a 5e live play words. You know, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Just like this.
And honestly, my favorite reoccurring thing is the fact that Zan cannot say space pirates.
Yeah.
I don't blame her. I do not blame her.
At this point, I assume Eugenio just can't say space, right?
A little bit.
Also fair. Also understandable. Zach, what do you got?
I'm Zach. You can find me at Sir Gorals on the Twitters. Also here for the next 2 weeks on this stream with these lovely people. My favorite part of the night. Honestly, even though they weren't live technically, the recordings of the songs for the Genie, like those are so good.
Yeah.
Okay. I did also, I'm glad I did that because I didn't want to fucking sing.
No, I'm so glad you did it.
Acapella on the middle of stream.
Yeah, the guitar really put it together.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Well done.
I mean, there were so many good moments, but that was it for me.
And Bria.
Hi, I'm Bria. You can find me at Artemis Wood on Twitter. This is actually my first time streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Hope it wasn't too bad.
No, it was great.
It was
and Bria is one of the
wonderful.
super fans of my podcast, and I'm so excited to get to play with her on this game.
Favorite part of the session? It was between Zan's many one-liners and Alex's character voices for the Jinn in particular.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those were good.
Awesome.
All right. Well, I had a ton of fun tonight.
Awesome.
I had such a blast playing with all four of you wonderful, amazing people, and I'm very grateful to all of you wonderful people watching and hanging out in chat and being cool and everything. And I'm so excited to see you next week as we conclude the two-shot Dungeon of the Bad Mage Ooze Clues.
Hooray! We never did talk about that. I'm going to take off my player hat for just a second and put on my Creative Council hat just to make a few announcements, if you don't mind, Alex.
Of course, yes.
Okay, awesome. So thanks, everybody, for coming and hanging out. As usual, you have found us here, so there's a good chance that you're already following the channel, but if you aren't, please follow Variant Roles. You can also follow us on Twitter at Variant Roles. If you're really into what you see here and you can manage it, we'd love a subscription here to our channel, or you can hop to patreon.com/variantroles and support us and become a patron of the channel. That would be awesome. Again, like I mentioned at the top of the stream, we are partnering with A Seat at the Table. I've put their logo and a little bit of information about them up on the screen. They are a super cool organization that we are partnering with. You can follow them at ASATT, that's A Seat at the Table, _magazine, or you can go to their website at asattmagazine.com. They're a super cool online magazine that is, I'm trying to find their exact phrasing because I don't want to screw it up. Here we go. A Seat at the Table is an online magazine striving to amplify the voices of women, LGBTQ+, people of color, and disabled gamers in the tabletop industry. They are accepting submissions and pitches right now for their very first issue. Those submissions are open for another 5 days until April 15th. So if you want to submit some stuff, I'm going to link a couple of their things in chat so you can find the links there and you can submit stuff for their first issue of the magazine. So all of that is in chat. Take a look there if you want to follow any of that. Let them know that you heard about them through Variant Roles. Follow us, follow them, and hopefully we'll see you all next week.
Yes, I really do hope we see you all this week. I had a blast. I'm so glad that I got to do my first time streaming Dungeon Mastering with all you wonderful people.
Hooray!
Woo! See everyone again. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.